A year ago this week, Louisiana was visited by an unwelcome guest in the form of Hurricane Francine, preventing the first ever meeting between Cecilia and Sanamaw. But today, there isn't a cloud in the sky, so history will be made as the Bulldogs travel to the pit to battle the Gators. Cecilia is coming off a tough loss to St. Martinville, while the Gators roll Bird to open the season. Will the Bulldogs take game one, or will the Gators continue their winning ways? We'll find out together, live on the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzales. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzales.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Sanamaw High School Athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Gators!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Welcome to Thursday Night Football at the Pit. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, as always, our Sanamaw Hall of Famer, David Swacker. Coach, thanks for being with us again. And, well, we've got another great night for football. Last year, it was a bit tumultuous. This year, not a cloud in the sky. We're going to be playing some great football between the Gators and the Cecilia Bulldogs for the first time ever.
Well, Coach, I got an opportunity to watch the Gators play up at Bird, and you know, Bird's a predominantly great high school in the town or the city of Shreveport, and I'm going to just tell you what a great job, first of all, defensively, second of all, by a number of receivers for the Gators and running backs, and then really special with the job Cooper Babin did for the Gators at the quarterback spot. We're going to talk a lot more about both of these teams, but first let's take a look at the coaches for these two squads. First-year head coach Cody Champagne. He is, as I mentioned, in his first year, but, Coach, he has been there. He played at Cecilia. He has coached all the way through the ranks, and he has been there for 20 years. And, look, let me just tell you, some people don't like that when you go out of college and you come back and you become a coach or a head coach or whatever. But I'm going to just tell you, once you stay, I just believe once you stay away for the head job for a number of years, come back, I think this Cody guy, Coach Cody, he's got plenty of reason to be the head coach there in Cecilia, and look to see this kind of job he did. Remember this now, he was on the staff last year and the year before, many years, and they played 30 football games the last 2 years. That's right. And 2 of them were in the state championship game. So I think he's really going to do a good job. On the other side, of course, our homestanding Sanamaw Gators, it's David Oliver.
and he has been here for 18 years, 110 and 71 overall. He is very, very high on this football team, Coach. There he is.
Very much so. I've talked to him 2 or 3 times during the summer. You know, it's kind of my last year, you know, of Cooper Babin. You know, and that group at Galvez was with Benny Babin and I at Galvez and won their 7th and 8th grade year. And so now we're getting a chance to watch them, you know, finish out their career. And Coach Oliver says, I'm just telling you that we are very good. And not kidding or joking or whatever. You know, you see the size of the offensive line, defensive line. And when you saw how well the defense did last week and the offense, got a chance to be special.
Well, of course, this is their first meeting last year, canceled by Hurricane Francine, as we mentioned already. And then you mentioned it earlier, a big, big game all the way up in Shreveport for Santa Maria, 49-6. The 6 points came on a 92-yard kickoff return. And St. Martinville beat Cecilia for the first time in a very long time. Coach Champagne said they basically just kept shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers.
And, you know, you would have to think that little stretch of the interstate between Port Allen and maybe Breaux Bridge or Cecilia, not Cecilia, but Breaux Bridge and St. Martinville, got to have a lot of nice rivalries on the football field.
You're not kidding. Now let's take a look at our keys to victory for Cecilia. We go like this. They've got to shut down the explosive plays on defense, Coach, because they gave up a lot of them last week.
And I'm just telling you, big plays win football games a lot of times, and you wonder, geez, how did we win this game? Well, you know, a lot of big plays, and when you score 49 points, you got to have some big plays in there.
Other thing is stop shooting themselves in the foot. We talked about that already, and, of course, they got to get some takeaways. It's going to be tough against this solid Santa Maria team.
You know, you avoid mistakes. You win the turnover battle, you know, on defense. You don't lose the battle, you know, on offense. And, you know, it's a pretty big thing right there. You always go to your 3rd down and 4th down situations. How well do you execute?
For the Gators, well, they got to win the turnover battle, too. That's always something Coach Oliver talks about. And then they can't get confused, and that's a little bit confusing for us, too. Talk about that a little bit, Coach.
Well, on defense, you know, we saw a little bit of it in the East Ascension game with East Ascension last week and Brother Martin. And, you know, running that 3-3, sometimes they back those linemen, and they're trying to confuse the defensive line. And so the big boys from Santa Maria, you know, they're going to have to be sharp, you know, maybe take a little smaller step in between movements right there, but just keeping your eye on what's going on. But that 3-3, Jimmy, what happens right there is they can come from a lot of different directions. But if you get by that 6th group, you got a big play there.
The last one has imposed their will in the trenches, and we'll talk about that as the game progresses. There's a big size differential between these two teams. It's now time for our national anthem as we introduce our color guard. Our left shoulder is Dejamir Gray. The state flag is Peyton Portee. Our American flag is Cadet Montel Cole. And on right shoulder is Cadence Oakwan.
Together as a family and as a community, and I pray that everybody gets home safe tonight. And that's your name we pray and play. Amen.
Just one last thing on the cadets. They are with the Santa Maria Junior Navy ROTC.
But ROTC came into Santa Maria while I was there, and boy, they have done a heck of a job helping out kids.
Today's colors are being presented by the Santa Maria School Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Color guard members are National Flag Cadet Montel Cole, State Flag Cadet Peyton Porty, Right Rifleman Cadet Cadence Alquan, and Left Rifleman Dejamir Gray.
It is go time at the pit. The Gators and the Bulldogs in a first ever meeting between these two squads. Quickly, let's take a look at records from 2024. Cecilia, they won the state championship Division II non-select, a very close game over Franklinton. Of course, they were in the Dome in 2023 and lost it to Opelousas. And Santa Monica, a tough year for them. Not a rebuilding year necessarily, but a little bit of a tough year. 7-3, lost in by-district to Westgate, 28-20. I have a feeling they might be having a little better feeling about things this year.
And I'm going to tell you, man, the two districts, the Baton Rouge district with Catton, Catholic, and Zachary, and then the Ascension Parish and the Livingston Parish District, and that's some good football right there. Good sports and all the sports. And so I'm real glad to see, those two parishes come together and battle it out, and not just football, but all the sports.
Well, we talked a little bit. You see the captains there shaking hands. And, one of the things we wanted to talk about is imposing their will. There is a huge size differential between the offensive line of Santa Monica, who averages about 260, and the defensive line of Cecilia, who averages about 185. That could be a huge matchup in the trenches.
Yeah, that 260, I thought you were talking about my weight, but that's okay. I'm going to just say that, it's really good to have big linemen that can move both offensively and defensively, but, that's the key. They got to be able to move, and they got to open holes, basically like East Ascension did in the first two couple of drives last week against Brother Martin.
Well, I think it's going to be an explosive football game. One thing we do want to watch is the special teams for Santa Monica. Kicking could be a little bit of an adventure. Santa Monica will receive. So Cecilia will defer. And it is number 8. Okay, I was worried that was number 0 down as the captain, Braylon Jones. His number was kind of scrunched up with shoulder pads, and I couldn't quite see it.
Well, let's just see Santa Monica. I kind of like that decision, because when you're really pretty good on offense, let's go get it and take it to the house. And the other thing, I'm just one of these third quarter guys, Jimmy. If they're that good defensively, then, Cecilia's going to get that ball to start the second half. Good defense right there might be able to stop Cecilia.
Set back to receive is Jordan Hickerson. One special thing tonight is we do have Jermichael Millian back on the field. Gosh, after his ACL tear last year,
and got 5 catches last week. Good job right here, special team wise. You saw Cecilia was huddled up, and the Gators front group moved together just in case you got that little quick onside kick.
Jones will kick it away, and he will send it toward the sidelines, and it will bounce up and roll out of bounds. So the first play is a penalty. Of course, we're going out of bounds. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for the offense. They'll go like this across the backfield. Here we go. We've got Cooper Babin, our quarterback. He's been a 4-year starter. Hickerson is running back. Wide receivers are Millian, LSR, Taylor, and Ladner as our tight end. And then across the front, they're huge. LeBeau, Babin, Annalise, Palacio, and Tassan. Caden Tassan came from Ascension Catholic. And he is 6'6", 305, and he's a sophomore. That's a big kid. First play from scrimmage will be from the 35-yard line of Santa Monica.
Yeah, you got.
And real quick, we got a flag.
Our referee today is DeJuan Poole. Encroachment on the defense, so 2 plays and 2 penalties for Cecilia. You're going to notice some very unorthodox formations for Cecilia. They really are going to try to get to the angles and try to, use their speed as opposed to their size. Babin pulls it back, throws it out to Jermichael Millian, and Millian picks up the first down, picking up 10.
I'm thinking RPO. He's looking straight out there. Nobody goes on Jamaica. You pull it, throw it. Somebody covers him there, hand the ball off. Offensive line's blocking a run play. Just throwing that ball before linemen get downfield.
So, one play for the Gators, and they get a first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line into Cecilia territory. This time he will hand it off to Hellickson. Hickerson has got some room, and he will go to the 27, 28-yard line.
These are things that I always like to look at, Jimmy. Hickerson, watch him carrying the ball right here when he comes through. Then he puts it up there, and he pulls it tight to the chest right there to avoid a possible fumble.
Center legend and along with Palacio, open up a nice hole on the right side. Dropping back is Babin. Babin's going to be flushed from the pocket, and they're going to let him run this year. He had 75 yards, and he's going up and in for a touchdown. A 27-yard touchdown scamper for Cooper Babin.
Great job by the offensive line. They brought the house right there, and they really did a good job slowing up the rush. Cooper got outside, got pretty good speed, and went down that sideline. But if you notice, going down that sideline, a couple of receivers do a good job of blocking right there, and Cooper slides in there from the 5-yard line to score.
Paxton LeBlanc will do the honors and kick the extra point. A little bit low on the snap. It's up, and it is through, and we have a 7-0 ball game with 10:34 left to go here in the first quarter. The Gators draw first blood. We'll be back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Paxton LeBlanc will put his foot into it after kicking the extra point. 7-0 on 3 plays.
And that
covering 65 yards. Not bad, huh?
And like a minute and a half.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it could be 10:30, but when they put 10:34, I have a problem figuring out that math.
You and me both. They'll pop this one up a little bit. It'll be fair caught. And down at the 24-yard line, it was caught by number 37. That was Nathan Thornton. And so they will take over 1st and 10, their first opportunity on offense. And here's the starting lineup for our defense. For offense for Cecilia. Colin Dore is the quarterback. 4-star running back receiver in Calais. Also in the slot will be Davis. Wide receivers are Lewis and Joseph. The H-back is Briscoe, and across the front, Briscoe, Charles, DeLuna, Seville, and Jornet. Not a very big offensive line, but they're athletic. Going up top, got somebody open, and he just overthrew him a tad, intended for number 13. That was Calais. We're going to see him all over the place. Let's take a look at our defensive starters for Santa Ma while we have a second and reset the ball on 2nd down. Rock, Davis, and Watley, they're huge up front. Their linebackers are McElroy, Pearson, Hebert, and Aiden Miet. And then in the backfield, 2 really good corners, Jones and Jackson. And then safety is DJ Schonberg and MJ Dunn. We remember them from last year. Run goes nowhere as Jacoby Davis makes the tackle.
Boy, what a play right there, 98, Jacoby Davis. All of a sudden, the quarterback had a little hole in there, and Jacoby went from one spot to the next spot real quick, getting a hold of that running that quarterback for no gain.
Colin Dore played H-back last year, so he's just coming into his own as a quarterback. He is a 5'6", 185-pound senior, so not a lot of height, but he does have good arm strength. We saw it just a bit ago. Nice pass across the middle, but behind his intended receiver, Malik Jones.
That was a good shot right there. That guy was open right there. Catch and throw, and just a little bit behind him.
So they'll have to punt this one away. They gained 1 yard on that drive.
So, Jimmy, you get these situations now. You know, you're not changing the field position, against the Gators right here. And the Gators going to get this.
Miet is going to be back to receive the punt. It's a good booming high, good hang time, but Miet's got to have some room. Miet will take it up the sideline, and he will run out of bounds at the 45 into Cecilia territory. So they will have great field position for their second drive of the night.
Better than the first drive right there as far as field position. So it'll be interesting to see what Seth Babin, the offensive coordinator, and his son Cooper Babin, the quarterback, dial up against this Cecilia defense.
They said he stepped out of bounds at the 48 instead of the 45, so they'll take over 1st and 10 just inside Cecilia territory. Seth Babin has done a great job in the first game of really spreading it out. Everybody caught passes. Almost everybody scored touchdowns last week. Babin had 2 throwing touchdowns and 2 running touchdowns.
You got basically a 4-1 defense.
Plenty of time. Finds his man in Jermichael Million. Million goes up high to make the catch, and you see how athletic he is. A 12-yard pickup and a first down.
Oh, watch this replay right here where Jamaica gets into the hole right there between the 2 safeties and is wide open, well schooled up. Good job right there by the Gators.
He hurt his knee Wednesday before the first game last year, and he was out for all of football and basketball. But he doesn't look like any worse for wear on that play. RPO, and it's going to be Babin keeping it. He's got some room. Nice block on the outside, and Babin takes it to the house. Holy mackerel, we might be hearing the cannon a lot tonight.
Well, I don't think this was an RPO. I think this was either hand the ball off, read the end. This is, that kid's been running that for a long time right there. Did a great job right there, pulls it, and heads up the field.
So he's got a 27-yard touchdown run and a 36-yard touchdown run. Oliver told me that they were gonna release the hounds, stop holding him back, and let him run, and they're doing that tonight.
Well, he's a smart kid, very good athlete.
And that PAT is good. So with 8:50 to go here in the first quarter, it is 14-0 as the Gators pull away from Cecilia early. Back after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Set back to receive Braylon Calais on the left side of your screen, at the top of your screen, and looks like number 22, Pat Davis. Check that. No, it is Pat Davis.
Last kick right here was fair caught at the 24-yard line. I think the same thing's going to happen here.
It will bounce, gets away from Davis. He's picked it up on the second hop, and he will be swarmed by the Gators at the 19. We'll call it the 20.
Boy, outstanding kicking right there. And it was, if you can't kick it in the end zone, in fact, if you tried to, you'd probably have a little lower kick and maybe an easier return. So a good job positioning that ball between 2 return guys.
So the offense back on the field for the second time. So far in the game, they've gained 1 positive yard. Again, this is only their second drive, but the defense has been pretty stout. Handoff up the middle. Calais is swamped, is the only thing I can call it, at the 20-yard line. He picked up a yard.
Calais gets the ball. No gain.
Calais is being recruited by just about everybody. Ohio State, Miami, LSU, Georgia, Alabama. He is that good, and he's only a junior. Kind of a lot like Easton Royal last week we saw with Brother Martin. Both juniors. 2nd down and 9. Calais on the end. Tries to turn the corner, and he does. He will pick up 5 yards, and he will be brought down by number 99 that time, Braden Zeller.
It's kind of like a Royale run, Royale last week for Brother Martin. Get that ball outside to him. Linemen do a good job pulling. Receivers blocking on the outside, picking up 6 yards.
6-yard gain. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4. Pulls it back to the quarterback, Dore, and Dore gets a yard, and that's it, and they'll have to punt it away again. Again, the defense doing phenomenally well. Darius Thomas on the stop.
Might not be punting.
Uh-oh, okay.
Maybe they're going to try to get Santa Maria to jump.
4th down and 2.
It was actually 37, Kent Pearson on the stop. So they will go on 4th and 2.
I would think their main man's going to be carrying this ball.
100%. And they're trying to draw him off sides. And they're too disciplined at this point. The Gators are not going to let that happen. The clock will run down to 4, 3, 2, and they'll back it up, take the delay of game, and give the punter a little more room, I guess.
You know, that play, to try to get them, why not try and, try to get them to jump, There's no problem in that.
Right. So a timeout called. We'll just keep it right here. Let's take a look at our districts. Let's take a look at our districts if we could. District 5, 5A, of course, is where the Santa Maria Gators play, and that's that four-team Ascension Parish, and then the 3 Livingston Parish teams. Denham Springs, Dutchtown, East Ascension, Live Oak, Prairieville, Santa Maria, and Walker. And then 5, 4A is Beauchene, Brobridge, Cecilia, Livonia, and Opelousas. That's the district that
and the
Cecilia plays.
The 5, 5A, half the teams did not win last week.
Well, we saw a very good first half for East Ascension last week, but it was all Easton Royal in the second half. They went for it, and I don't think they did get it. They got it by a yard. Tremendous second effort by Calais.
Outstanding job. You're holding on to that football, Jimmy, and made a little move in there to get past that 30-yard line and get the first down.
So they get the first down, and they will have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A little RPO, wide open to his receiver, number 12. He's got some running room. He'll be chased down from behind, but that was Jaden Lewis. A beautiful ball that time by Dore.
A little double move right there, fake and go. And nice little pass by the quarterback right there.
Cedric Jones on the tackle and the coverage. That was a huge play.
Well, Jimmy, when you run that and you have success, it's no telling how much excitement your kids get, your fans get, and you get that first down, you make that big play, and you got a possibility of scoring here.
These are our non-district results. Madison Prep beat Dutchtown 48-41. That was a Rev game of the week. Of course, you saw the East Ascension game. It was all East Ascension in the first half. They end up losing 29-22. Lafayette Renaissance Charter over Prairieville, 35-14. Of course, Santa Maria rolls Bird. Denham Springs beat Hammond. St. Paul's over Live Oak in a big one. And Walker barely squeaks by Ponchatoula, 27-26. So tough first week for several schools, but a great first week for others. Well, that was a 52-yard pass from Dore to Lewis. 1st and 10 now into Santa Monica territory. Handoff to Calais, and they're going to have a hard time running in the interior of the line. As you see, number 32 in there. That's Jeremy Watley, along with Jacoby Davis. They're just so big up front.
And tackle was made almost in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage. As you could see, that 2nd and a long 10.
6th play of the drive, 2nd down and 11. Long 10, like you said. Pulling it back, trying to get it to his receiver, Lewis, again, and he was double covered. If he had thrown it in front of him, he might have been able to make the catch, but it was a little behind him.
Yeah, I think he was trying to throw a little swing pass out there, and he could have thrown that, not for lesser yardage than he was going for, but did not happen.
Well, it was good coverage by number 22 Jones and also Schonberg in there. Now, Schonberg was splitting time last year as a cornerback, but he's concentrating strictly on safety this year, and it's made a difference.
Well, you got to get a 1st down here, because if it's 4th down, that would be about a 40-yard field goal.
Being chased out of the pocket, he's going to be sacked, thrown to the turf violently as Doré. Number 16, Cole McElroy off the edge.
McElroy put another gear in there. Watch right here. And good job there by Watley.
Rolled him up and threw him to the turf like he was a rag doll.
Now they got to go for it. Got to go for it. Here we go.
4th and 16. 8th play of the drive.
Man to man by the Gators.
Throwing it up for grabs. Looking for Calais, and it's going to be intercepted. And I know Schonberg wants the interception, but that would have been much better if he had let that go and knocked it down.
And got a flag here.
Flag in the middle of the field at about the 17-yard line.
Schonberg, number 5, picking that off of the Gators. There's a flag on the play.
DeJuan Poole. Personal foul, face mask against the defense. That's huge. Half the distance and 1st down, so they get out of trouble with the penalty.
Personal foul.
First penalty against Santa Monica on the night. But instead of an interception and having the ball, defense stays out there. Ball rests at the 15-yard line. Out of the pistol is Doré. Doré kicks it off to Calais. Calais tries to sidestep a defender, holds him up just enough so that the rest of the black shirts can get to him. And it's Jacoby Davis, McElroy, and Rock.
Boy, great job right there. I don't know. I think that might have been Rock. Slow played the quarterback, and
it might be a fumble, Coach. They're pointing toward the Gators having the football. Let's see if it's true. Haven't had a signal yet.
There's a flag down. Everybody's coming to the sideline on both teams.
And the Gators defense is going to hold the Bulldogs.
So it was a fumble. The Gators recovered. There was a sideline warning on the coaching staff of Cecilia.
And a sideline warning means, you have a line, a black line. I see it on the Santa Monica side here. And basically you have 6 feet to kind of stay behind that area except for the head coach.
We'll take a look at the defensive starters for Cecilia right after this play. He's going to jump off sides, I think it looked like, but no flags fly. This is going to be up. And it caught behind the defenders. It's all the way for number 4, Riley Rizzuto. It had to be a perfectly thrown ball, and Babin just laid it in the breadbasket.
Boy, Rizzuto just barely got by. Great throw there by Cooper Babin. And Rizzuto says, I could beat him long, Coach. Just give me a shot. I could beat him long.
Let's take a look at the defense really quickly for Cecilia. It's not Williams, Baptiste, Hilaire, Falk, and Jones and linebackers, along with Lejeune. Chevalier is a cornerback, and Living, along with Babineau and Frank in the backfield. Wait, there is.
First and 10 Gators.
Well, there's a penalty against Cecilia.
So the ball will rest at the 11-yard line. It was about a 81-yard pass play from from Babin to Rizzuto. Now they move it up to the 6. Second play of this drive. They scored on 3 plays in their first drive, 2 plays on their second drive, and right now we're at play number 2 for their third drive. Babin's going to throw it into the end zone. Did he get it? Incomplete. He couldn't quite hang on to it to their big tight end that time, Cooper Ladner.
Well, when you have one of those trick plays in, good job of running it early.
He was wide open, too. Just a little high for him. Misjudged it a bit. 3:03 left to go in the first
Rizzuto
quarter.
had 5 catches last week. And almost doubled his yardage on 1 catch.
You're not kidding. 5 for 104 and a touchdown last week. Whistles blow. Flags fly.
Let's go to the 2.5-yard line.
Encroachment on the defense. That's the second time they've had encroachment. That's their 5th penalty.
Getting the sidelines. Cooper gets everything's no huddle. Getting the play from the sideline. Somebody signaling it in.
Hickerson in the backfield. Ladner goes in motion. Hand off to Hickerson. Hickerson just untouched into the end zone.
Nice job by the offensive line. Boy, a lot just moving that line of scrimmage back, and the running back does a heck of a job. 2 hands on the ball, sees that opening, and then it really sees the next opening, and he veers off to the right to easily get into the end zone.
Well, 3 plays and a score, 2 plays and a score, and then 3 plays and a score. 3-yard run by Hickerson. Watch, this is a great angle coming right at you. And that offensive line is just moving the humanity out of the way. The field goal is good. The extra point is good. It is 21-0 with 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Well, the offensive onslaught continues. They scored on every possession they had against Byrd. So far, they have scored on every possession they've had against Cecilia. They have not punted in the season of 2025, even in the Jamboree.
And, not saying that this is the reason why, Cecilia's head coach left after they won a state championship. Here's a little pop-up kick.
Taken by 22, Davis.
And Cecilia, along with 1 or 2 other coaches, came over to East Ascension. The head coach at East Ascension, the head coach at Cecilia are very close friends. And the EA coach calls Coach Cody his mentor.
Ball at their own 33 for Cecilia. Third drive for the night for them. Hand off to Davis. Davis has a little bit of hole, but it closes so quickly. I thought he had a little daylight, and then just the black shirts just swarmed him. Rock on the stop.
Somebody's down for the Gators.
Oh, man, we hope it's not serious. Holding his right knee a little bit Can't really tell from here. We won't speculate. Let's take a quick break if we could. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Players still down on the field. Let's take a look at games this week in 5A. We have Cecilia at Sanama, which is, of course, where we are right now. Live Oak is playing Dunham. That ought to be an interesting football game. Tomorrow night, it's Ponchatoula at Dutchtown. Salmon will travel to East Ascension. Parkview will be at Prairieville. That's our REV Game of the Week with Jeff and company. Denham Springs at Central. And Walker will be at Woodlawn. And that is a REV expanded game. You have to have a subscription to VSN, but certainly something you might want to take a look at.
Well, you got Live Oak and Dunham, and, Dunham is the real deal. Did you see you have U High and Rummel?
Oh, wow.
You see where they're playing tomorrow night?
Yeah.
In the Dome.
That's, wow.
A little early, but
I remember back in the day, and it looks like, thank goodness, it's number 98, Jacoby Davis, getting up on his own power.
Well, we played in that as the Hap Gaudy Classic.
Yes, I remember. A few times we got to call some dome games.
Yeah, well, good
not
deal.
just state championships.
See Dr. Winder out there. Appreciate him. Garrett LeBlanc, always coming to a game.
Well, let's hope we can get Jacoby back on the field. He looks like he's doing okay as he comes off on his own power. Brings up second down. Second down and 9. Oh, right up the gut. Nowhere to go. As Calais, I think, was playing. No, that's Dore again. And he is dropped all the way back at the 12-yard line. My goodness. Kent Pearson just came untouched right up the gut.
And did a great job of not losing control over that tackle.
And as soon as he went down, Dory grabbed his left hamstring. Still out there, but it's something we might want to keep an eye on.
Well, he probably stretched it a little bit. But if you hurt that hamstring, you're going down, and he's up right now, moving around. I'm sure, they're going to call a play where either you're going to throw it quickly or hand the ball off.
So they will say he was in the grasp at about the 23. Still a loss of 10. Brings up 3rd and 20. Across the middle, soft zone. Lets him catch it, and it's number 12, Lewis again. Picks up 17 yards on that one.
Good protection right there by the offensive line for Cecilia.
4th and 3 for the Bulldogs.
4th and 3, they're going to go for it. Just found a spot in the zone and just kind of settle down in it. And that's what you teach them, right, Coach? You kind of find that hole and sit down on it.
It's you say you're running a curl route. Well, you find a hole right there and you just settle, just like you said. And
fake it to Calais, over to Lewis. Lewis has got some room. He's got the first down, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. So first down for them.
Well, not right here, a little fake. I don't think that was going to be a run by the quarterback or anything like that. I think it was a fake just to hold the linebackers in there a little bit, and did a good job pitching it out there.
So 1st and 10, a new set of downs. Quick out to Calais. Calais lets one guy miss. That's Miet. Lets him fly by. Picks up another 9 yards. Very close to a first down. Watch it. Look at that move, man.
Yep.
Schomburg makes the tackle.
A little pass right there. That little quick throw to the receiver into the short side of the field, into the sideline.
That's why he's a 4-star recruit.
First down for the Bulldogs in Gator territory.
41 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. It has been all Gators so far. So they did give him the first down. They said he was good and had enough for the first down. So a 10-yard pickup on that one.
Santa Mar's in that 3-2 or 3-5, whatever you want to call it. Defense.
And Doré going to take off. He's got some running room. And he will be folded up, but not after picking up 16 yards.
Whoever has containment on the outside, maybe the linebacker right there, just got cut off. And Doré does a good job of turning up the field for another first down.
Miad on the stop. Had a little help, too. Doré taking himself again. He's seeing something out there. The offensive coordinator, who is also the head coach, Cody Champon, sees something happening and got another positive play out of it.
He's calling his own number again. 2nd down and 6.
Pick up a 4, brings up 2nd and 6. They're not wasting any time either. Doré looks, throws a floater toward the end zone. It's knocked away. Great defensive effort by Clarence Jackson. Incomplete, but that was dangerous. That's the end of the first quarter. The Gators lead 21-0 here in this one. We'll be back after this for the second quarter on the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Well, it was an interesting first quarter. The Gators imposed their will. That was one of our keys. They certainly did that in 3 drives that resulted in 3 touchdowns, 2 of those by Cooper Babin. Goodness. Seth had something to do with it. He called the play. That's about it. But I'll tell you this, Cecilia is not giving up. They are knocking on the door a little bit here, close to the red zone at the 21-yard line.
Well, they've had a little bit of success with some long pass plays, Ed, but now, I call this a pretty nice drive here by Cecilia. Getting a few first downs. Now you got a big play here with 3rd and 6.
2 big runs up the middle for Doré. This will pulls it back. He's going to be chased. The pocket collapses. He's going to dump it off and throws it into the turf, looking for Malik Joseph. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down. So the defense is doing what they're supposed to do. They bend a little bit here and there, but they are definitely not breaking.
Well, I think they got a little encouragement talk on the sideline right there because, I think Santa Mar said, I think we got this one. No, you don't have it just quite yet. And here we are just beginning the second quarter.
Fourth and 6. Dropping back Doré. Doré's going to be tackled as he's hit. Oh, he caught it. I thought he was going to grab it. Almost had it for Jaden Lewis, and he just couldn't come down with it. Doré was hit as he threw by Kyler Rock, but he put it out there. He put it in there.
And I'm going to tell you, great throw and almost a great catch.
Oh, he just backpedaled his way and couldn't quite bring it into his to control.
Boy, that was close.
So they turned the ball over on downs.
Now I'm just kind of wondering because sometimes it's a little contagious when you just kind of start easing it out there. You're not really giving the same effort that got you the 21-point lead. We'll see what the Santa Mar offense does.
Well, you still got your studs out there. Hickerson is in the backfield flanking left. Dropping back is Babin. Babin looks across the middle, finds his man. Beautiful catch by Caven Taylor. Taylor had 5 catches for 64 yards last week, and that was a 23-yard pass.
Outstanding job by Cooper. Outstanding job by the receiver. But I'm telling you, the time that Cooper's getting there by that offensive line, they are doing a special job there.
Offensive holding that time at the line of scrimmage, so it negates the 23-yard pass. It'll back them up 10, 1st and 20. But Babin does such a good job of stepping up into the pocket.
Bingo on that one.
Sets his feet and delivers the football.
You know, it's better than running left or right. You step, you know, if you feel like that you got somewhere you could go out there with a receiver.
Dropping back, clean pocket, goes across the middle to Jermichael Million. Million will pick up 9 of the 20 yards he needed, maybe, about 9. Brings up 2nd down.
Million find an opening right there on a crossing pattern. You know, Million's a fast kid, but more importantly, very quick kid. And him and Cooper have been doing this a while.
Good throw, good catch. Close to a first down, about 2 yards shy. That was Taylor again. Boy, sure-handed Taylor. That was came quick to him. Almost bobbled it, but he was able to keep his gloves on it. Checking into the game is Cooper Ladner, who is the tight end who almost had that touchdown earlier.
Well, you know, you look at this, and I would think that this is going to be run game all the way.
Hickerson is the lone setback. It's going to be Babin taking it himself. Babin's not going to get there. He's going to be swarmed by the Bulldogs by number 58 on that stop. Eli Williams, along with Caden Jornet. 4th down, and they're going to punt for the first time in 2025.
Well, who's the punter going to be back here?
Going to be Miet.
Miet's the punter?
Yes, sir. Aiden Miet. He said this could be a little bit of an adventure. We haven't done it a lot. We've been working on it in practice, but we'll see. Got some time. He boots it. Short kick, a high kick, and it'll take a Gator bounce and then down at the 39-yard line.
Miet, nice punt right there. Going to stay in the game on defense.
Nice punt there for the Gators. Put the Bulldogs back to their own 39-yard line. They'll start their first and 10.
You know, Miet says, man, I've been practicing this punt. I'm a senior, been doing this probably going on my 4th year now. And just wondering, when am I ever going to get the punt?
Well, he's not like he's not on the field, that's for sure. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs of Cecilia.
I think we got some little man-to-man here.
You got 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, and there you see Calais taking the snap. He will wildcat it. He's going to try to turn the corner, and he does. He'll be slung out of bounds at about the 45, pick up a 6.
Calais, you see him a little sweep run, picking up 5 or 6 yards.
Yep. Brings up 2nd and 5. The ball at the 44 now. Staying in at quarterback is Calais. He will hand it off this time to his running back. He will be swarmed. That's DeAndre Briscoe.
Well, Jimmy, when the Gators get into that 5-man front with maybe 1, sometimes 2 linebackers, they are going to get after that run game.
No gain right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So you got 3 guys on the knee right now. And let's just see two defensive ends. The outside backer is going to walk up to the line. See if they rush or they drop.
Jenkins playing nose guard, pushing through. Dropping back is Calais. Calais rushed for his life. He jumps and throws it into the air, and it's caught. He underthrew it. The cornerbacks passed him by. Schonberg was close, but he wasn't there. Big first down.
Good job there by Calais. I mean, just avoiding the rush, doing an outstanding job there getting the pass off.
That was MJ Dunn, excuse me, that makes a tackle. Calais running over people, still going. Finally, shoestring tackle by number 2, Aiden Millet. Another first down for Calais. Dore is out there, but he's playing the slot.
But that's a first down for the Bulldogs.
So this has been a very successful drive with the 4-star at quarterback.
Yep, we said, Coach said he's going to get some action.
Little screen pass. Nowhere to go. Breaks one tackle. Couldn't get out of the other one as Abear makes the stop. And a big loss. Well, I'll say a big loss, a three-yard loss. I'm not sure why the ball isn't spotted in a different spot. It should have been about a 6-yard.
Because he broke that tackle. It seemed like it would be.
Right. Spot should be closer to the 21.
Well, we got 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Dropping back is Dore, who's back at quarterback. He's going to scamper, breaks one tackle, still on his feet at the 5, breaks another tackle close to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown. The first offensive score against the Gator defense this season is Dore, who comes back and makes a huge run from the 17-yard line.
I think he had a second, third, and fourth effort right here to get into that end zone. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. Teammates all excited for him.
Well, it's so interesting that Calais brought him all that way down the field, and then they give it back to Dore, and he's the guy that dances into the end zone.
I think they feel a little bit more comfortable with him throwing the ball, but on a scramble there, he was able to show some athletic ability and get in the end zone.
Ooh, that's going to be, well, we'll wait and see. But tell you what, 55 got welcomed to the game pretty quickly there. That was Seville.
So I'm not real certain. So I guess they're going to go for 2. Understandable.
Jace Knott was going to kick it. This is to the goal, a third penalty of the night for Santa Monica.
It's going to be interesting to see just exactly what happens here, Jimmy, because they're going to go half the distance, so that's going to put it to the 1.5-yard line.
I just hope they don't do what LSU did and try to run it in between the tackles 3 times at the goal line.
Yeah. Well, let's just see, because it's power to both sides.
Handoff, Calais. Calais didn't get in. He was down before the ball broke the plane.
Good job there by the Gators. Very good job.
So
I like the idea about the coach going for 2 right there.
We will head to a break. 6:25 left to go in the half. 21-6. The Gators leading the Bulldogs. Back after this.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
We're back, everybody. A great drive led most of the way by the running back / receiver Calais. But then Dore comes in and puts it in the end zone. The first offensive score against the Gator defense, 21-6. They come up short on the 2-point conversion. You were saying maybe an onside kick here. Why not?
Hell, this is a formation they could be in right here. The kicker just turns around and kicks it.
The Gators scored on their first 3 drives, and they punted on their 4th. Let's see what happens. This will be Jace not putting his foot into it.
Not set to kick it away.
And it's an onside kick. I don't know if it went 10, but he also touched it after he kicked it. But we're still sorting it out. Just as you predicted, Coach. Watch right here. I don't know. Maybe it didn't touch him, but it did almost get 10 yards. If it didn't, it was very close.
That's a heck of a kick. I know that.
You're right. Still talking it over with the officiating crew from Baton Rouge Association.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going in favor of Cecilia. That's hard for a line judge to see, though, that action.
Yeah, because there's a massive humanity right there.
The kick was totally outstanding.
Still talking. We've definitely got some.
Well, the Gators seem to think they're getting the ball.
Yep. Yep. So the kicker did touch it after he initially kicked it off the tee. Watch right here. It bounces off the back of his heel, it looked like. So they will get the ball where he touched it into Cecilia territory, but still, that was a very good effort by the Bulldogs.
I'm not real certain who sees that.
That wasn't me, man. I don't know.
I mean, we're doing replays right here.
I know. I still can't quite see it.
We needed one of them 80 cameras that ESPN has.
Well, Andre Chapoy is working on that in Wild Boudreaux. REV will be our next purchase. 1st and 10 into Cecilia territory. Quick pass on the pullback to Million.
About 5 on that catch. 2nd and 5.
5 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 5. I call it more like 6. Got 4 yards on that one. That'll bring us to the hydration timeout, and we'll take it as well. We'll be back right after this. You are watching the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
We are back. It is 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Let's take a look at what's happening in non-district games in week 3. That's next weekend. Collegiate BR is going to be at Dutchtown. That's a REV game of the week. It'll be homecoming for the Griffins. Sam Houston at East Ascension. Prairieville at Riverside Academy. That'll be a REV expanded game. Of course, you have to have the VSN subscription for that one. And you and I, my friend, we'll be back right here at John F. Kennedy, well, at Sanamaw for John F. Kennedy in Sanamaw. Denham Springs plays Woodlawn, and Live Oak at Ponchatoula, and Central at Walker. That ought to be a pretty good game there.
And the next Thursday night is going to be the Hall of Fame banquet.
Oh, yes.
And then pregame, they're going to introduce the people that got put into the Hall of Fame.
You know that well, don't you, from a couple of years ago?
Yeah, it's quite an honor, and a lot of smiles and claps out there. Really appreciate it.
Dropping back is Babin. Pocket kind of collapses, setting up a screen pass. He's got some blockers out front, but it's a good tackle by number 8, Braylon Jones. Picks up 3. It's still going to be a little short. Brings up 3rd down and 3. Good tackle, though. That was a really fine tackle by Jones.
Yeah, I like the effort right there by Cooper. Kept the defensive line, whoever was rushing, he kept sinking, Well set up right there.
Hickerson will get the call, and he will be met at the line of scrimmage by, again, Braylon Jones. Nowhere, and it brings up 4th down and 3. That was a huge defensive play.
Not able to get the first down yardage.
We talked about the size differential between our Santa Mo's offensive line and Cecilia's defensive line, and right now that battle is being won up front by the white shirts.
And I'm just telling you, linebacker came in there and did a heck of a job filling into a hole right there for no gain.
They lost a yard, 4th and 4.
Jimmy, this is their little stand-up defense here.
Timeout on the field called by Santa Ma. That is the very unconventional defense.
Well, you know, you see it from time to time, no matter what level you're at. And I'm sure people wouldn't, it's just something a little bit different.
Next week on Rev Sports 1 and Rev Sports 2, Collegiate BR at Dutchtown. Homecoming will be on Rev Sports 1. And JFK at Santa Ma, we will be at that one. And in 2 weeks, Prairieville at Dutchtown will be on Rev 1. Scotlandville at Santa Ma, Homecoming, Rev Sports 2. Live streamed on Rev Sports 1 YouTube channel. And, of course, Rev Sports 2 YouTube channel. You definitely want to check out that. You can watch them anytime on demand. We go back and watch them ourselves, and exceptional job by our crew and Rev. We certainly appreciate all that Rev does for the community and allowing us to do these games, because it's a big undertaking. All right, brings up 4th and 4 here. This is a big play. This is a big play in the early part of this season. They need to convert this here. They've had so much success offensively. Look, this is the dancing around that Coach Swacker was talking about. Now they get set a little bit. They come after him. Cooper is going to take it himself, and he will be close to a 1st down, and I think he got it.
Put to that 35-yard line, 1st down.
So Babin will tuck it. He knew where to go, and he got it.
And I saw something there that I really liked. Cooper just kind of delayed that snap count right there, just to kind of see where everybody was going to settle around.
1st and 10 from the 37. Dropping back wide open is Jermichael. Jermichael, touchdown, 37 yards and a score. Wide open on a busted coverage. Cooper Babin put it right in his breadbasket, and another score. There's that cannon. Gosh, dog, it hits me every time. Paxton LeBlanc will put his foot into it for the 4th time tonight. He has been perfect. Look how wide open Jermichael was, and there was nobody close.
I'm going to tell you what Jamaica does. He doesn't drop that ball.
No. That PAT is no good. So with 4:22 left to go in the second quarter, it's 27-6. We'll be back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
You getting her perception?
We are back. We are back at 4:22 left to go in the half. 27-6 is the score. That was the 5th offensive possession for Santa Ma, and they have scored on 4 of 5. Let's see if this defense can come back and start to really dominate again like they did in the first quarter. They kind of let up a little bit. I don't know if they let up so much as Cecilia figured out a little scheme that they could do, especially with Calais at quarterback.
Well, they had some plus things happen offensively. Made a few big plays.
LeBron set to kick it away.
LeBron puts this one on the ground. It'll hit one of the up men, number 88 that time, Ashton Ruffin, and Ruffin will fall on it. Good job for his hands. That could have bounced off and gone any which way, but he did a good job to control that one.
You're on the turf, that ball can bounce in a lot of different directions.
Absolutely.
Great job right there recovering that ball.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. That's where they started their last drive, which they scored a 17-yard touchdown on their own 37. Calais back at quarterback. He finds the seam. He cuts the defenders. He's on his way to the 40. It's a foot race. Coming over to knock him down and out of bounds is Niet, and what a great job he did to chase him down and prevent the touchdown.
Touchdown saving tackle by Niet.
Put nice little blocking in there. Get right down that sideline. Mid comes over from the safety spot.
40-yard run that time for Calais. Calais looks right, goes back left. He's going to be swarmed that time. A whole passel of Gators on that stop, along with Kent Pearson and company.
Coach Chabine says, run it once, let's run it again.
Kyler Rock was in there as well. Brings up 2nd and 10. No gain on that one.
Boy, that Rock name they have had with, I think he's about our 3rd player. And I think they all played right around that defensive line.
Calais calls for the football. Throwing it up top. It's a floater. And that's going to be pass interference, no question about it. He didn't turn his head around. The ball was underthrown. There was no question that was going to be a pass interference on Cedric Jones.
Flags on the play in the end zone.
He was all tangled up. It was good coverage, but you got to allow the receiver to at least have an opportunity at the ball.
Yeah.
I think if he might have turned his head, it may not have been so obvious.
I think that's you got a good point there. Just when that guy turns his head, you turning your head, or you at least stay off of him. If he tries to catch it, you could bat it away.
So half the distance makes it just short of the first down and brings up 2nd and 1. Long one. Four penalties now for Sanama. Dore throwing it for the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. I think Schonberg thought he was going to get an interception, but it was the receiver that had to go up and play defense.
Intended for number 22, Davis.
Pretty good touch by Dore, though.
Yeah.
Davis was the intended receiver, and he had to be the defensive
Dore
back.
throws the ball, I would say, very, very well. And it's going to only get better as the season goes on.
Only 5'6". He's a senior. Brings up 3rd and 1. He's going to take it himself. Dore scoots outside. He's going to be in for another touchdown. Dore scores his 2nd touchdown of the night. This time from 11, make that 8 yards out.
27-12 now with the extra point coming.
27-12, and all of a sudden we got a football game on our hands, Coach.
No doubt about it.
And I think Sanama might be a little surprised by that as well.
Well,
I'm sure the coaching staff isn't, but I think the guys might be.
You've been in this business long enough. You see what happens whenever you run a kickoff back for a touchdown. All of a sudden, you start getting soft.
Jace Knott for the extra point. It is up and it is good. 27-13 with 3:17 left to go in the half. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. The Rev game of the week is cranking up.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. all backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Coming up at halftime, a very special guest, one of our very favorite folks to be in the booth, Jolie Hartman from Sanoma will come in and grace us with her presence, and we appreciate that very much. She and I have a great time doing some soccer periodically, and got swim meet coming up. The Paris swim meet's coming up October 6th.
And you have the Hall of Fame coming up next week.
Well, we do. Homecoming coming up.
Homecoming up. Big here.
Well, there's a good boot that time by Knott, and it will be collected by number 31. He's got some running room, and that is Cooper Tomplay. Tomplay, 23-yard return, but there's a flag at the 27.
Tomplay, number 31 on the return. There is a flag on the far side of the field.
It's going to be holding, it looks like, against the defense. Against the return team, which is the Gators.
That's Brody Meir.
So the penalties that Sanoma has gotten, they've gotten 2 15-yarders and 2 10-yarders, and then a little 5-yarder thrown in there just for good measure. But the penalties that they've received have been pretty big. 1st and 10, we've got 3 minutes and 11 seconds to work with. 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time for them to march down the field. In fact, we've seen them do it a lot quicker than that. Babin hands off to Hickerson. Hickerson will pick up 5.
And you haven't had Hickerson carrying the ball quite as much as he did against Bird last week.
Colton Falk on the stop comes up from his cornerback spot.
Had 11 carries for 65 yards last week.
2nd and 5. On the run, hard throw. Oh, did he catch it? He laid out for it and couldn't quite hang on to it. Oh, what a great effort that was by Landon Blanchard. You know, he's the backup quarterback, but he's too good not to have on the field. That is a tough throw for
Great
Babin.
effort there by Blanchard.
That is a tough throw on the run.
A third and 5 situation.
Three receivers to the near side or the bottom of your screen. You can't quite see them all, but they're there, I promise. We'll check with me. Hickerson flanking Babin to the left-hand side. Pocket collapses, throws off his back foot, and it's caught! Somehow he fought through 2 defenders, and Jermichael makes the catch.
Oh, Lordy.
Watch him fight through. Man, good tackle by Frankie Frank. I've been wanting to say his name all day.
Frankie Frank.
Frankie Frank. 1st and 10, 31-yard pickup.
Yeah, you got little doubles here.
Babin pulls it back from Hickerson. He's got some room. He's off to the races. He's at the 20. The 15, 10, 5, touchdown, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. 55 yards on that one.
One of my favorite plays, fake and go. You see it all the way. Saw it with the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. Both those quarterbacks are something else. And Cooper Babin does a heck of a job right there.
Touchdown runs of 27, 36, and now 55 yards. And he's thrown for a touchdown. LeBlanc. It's up, and it is no good again. Wide left. Well,
lefty's a little wide left.
1:51 to go in the half. 33-10 to 13. Back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Rev Game of the Week expanded, coming live stream. Next week it's Prairieville at Riverside. Streamed on VSN. It's a subscription service, but it's definitely worth it. You can see a lot of different games. Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain on the call over there. So that's new this year to the Rev expanded Game of the Week. Paxton LeBlanc made 3 in a row going toward the field house and has not made any going away from it. It's a good kick, though, this time. It will be tracked down and taken by Calais, and Calais' got some running room. Still on his feet. Look how shifty he is. Chased down from behind by Tomplay. A touchdown saving tackle, but my goodness, watch his hips.
I'm going to tell you what. He didn't look quite as fast as Royale, but he looked as quick as Royale.
Yep. I agree with you. Shifty. Almost like you had butter on him, just slid right off of him.
Well, you know, 33 points. You get a lot of kickoff returns. Got a few shots at the quarterback spot.
First and 10 from the Santa Ma 41-yard line. Dore, quick throw. Broken up nicely that time.
29.
Yep. That was LeBlanc, Lance LeBlanc.
Davis is intended receiver.
Second and 10.
You know, getting signals from the sidelines. That's a very popular thing all the way. Well, now you have the speaker in the helmet set for high school and I'm not high school, but
Dory's going to get hit, but he ducks under a tackle. Still up and then finally crushed by Kyler Rock. But my goodness, he ducked right under what could have been a difficult situation, flagged down.
We got, you know, that speaker that you can get a play at the professional level and the college level.
Well, heck, LSU's got air conditioning in their helmets. I mean, what else?
We have an air conditioner in here, too.
We're waiting for DeJuan Poole to give us the call. Our official referee tonight. Face mask against the defense. Another big penalty by this defense. So they haven't got anything, dinky penalties, that's for sure.
Well, you had all 3 of them. You had 3 defenders trying to tackle Dore, and he did a good job fighting them off.
So just under a minute and a half, 1:26 left to go in the half. The ball now resting at the Santa Ma 26-yard line. New quarterback, number 15, stepping in, Lane Champagne. Champont's going to be sacked. That's number 95 making the stop. Great job for C.J. Francois. Getting a lot of new numbers out on the field on defense.
He's dropped for a loss.
1 minute and closing and running.
Francois 95 leading the way for Gators.
Brings up 2nd and 12. Dropping back, Champagne dumps it off on a screen.
Nice setup right there.
Being chased. Hebert makes the stop. picks up about 5. Briscoe makes the catch.
Well, a nice setup of the screen, and the Gators do a good job defending it, picking up about 3 yards on the play, making it 3rd and 7.
.28 ticks of the clock left here in the first half. Just to remind everybody, we had that great game against East Ascension and Brother Martin last week. When we talk about Easton Royal, he was their receiver. And we compare him to Calais because they're very, very similar. Very similar. Very speedy, very quick. Both very highly recruited receivers in their own right. So,
and a few different plays. Royale, he was in reverses, sweeps, you know, and he went to the house on just about most of them.
He took over the second half for sure in that East Ascension game. Don't forget, coming up, our halftime guest, Jolie Hartman. So excited to see her again after a long, hot summer. 31 seconds on the clock. They gave us a little bit more time here in this first half. 3rd down and 7. Dore takes it himself on the fake. He's got some room. He's got the first down and more. Jukes his way toward the touchdown, and he got it. My word.
Boy, they have that play down pat. Great execution by Cecilia.
25 seconds left here in the half.
I think that was from the 17.
Got a kick out. The back leads in there. Picks up the linebacker. Basically untouched.
So that face mask penalty looms large there as we have a 33-19 game with 25 seconds in the half. Kick is up, and it is good. So 33-20 after another 17-yard touchdown run by Dore. We'll be back right after this. It's almost halftime. Don't go anywhere, folks, on the Rev Game of the Week. Lost signal. Buffer. Okay.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Well, what a first half it has been. It was all Gators in the first quarter. But I'm telling you what, the Cecilia Bulldogs have definitely come to fight here at the pit. It is now 33-20. He does kick it away, thought he might do an onside kick. It will be collected by Tomplay. Tomplay turns to the left. He will be drugged down at the 28-yard line. They've got 19 seconds to see if they can do something with it.
Well, you get past that man right there, you might have a little room going down that sideline on the Cecilia sideline. So you trying to throw it right here, Jim?
Absolutely. I think you go for it. I think they have not been able to stop you offensively except for one drive. And your receivers have been open.
Jamaica Millions, 3rd inside.
Good pressure. Offensive line does its job down the field, and it's off the hands of the safety. I believe that was 33, Hayden Hurd, excuse me. No, that was Calais back there. Calais back there playing defense. Brings up 2nd down and 10. The clock stopped. 6 seconds off the clock on that play. Babin, not that time. I tell you what, number 8, Braylon Jones, has done his job from the linebacker spot. He's got 3 huge tackles and probably a couple more we missed. And that will do it for the first half of play. It has been an exciting first half as the Gators lead 33-20 here at the pit. We will be back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
REV presents the Action Minute.
Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some simple techniques that you can do at home to increase mobility and improve posture. The seated thoracic extension using a foam roller will improve your posture. Support your neck with your hands and keep your feet flat on the ground. Lean back over the foam roller while keeping your lower back neutral. Standing wand flexion is easy and very effective. Using a shoulder width grip, keep your arms straight and slowly raise the wand overhead as far as comfortable. For the pectoralis stretch, stand near a doorway and place your forearms against the wall at a 90-degree angle. Step forward slightly till you feel a slight pull in your chest to feel a stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
As exciting as our first half was, it's even more exciting at halftime. I'm Jimmy Frederick, along with me, my sometimes broadcast partner, Jolie Hartman. And Jolie, welcome back to the booth and welcome back to football season. And, school has only been in session for a few weeks, and you guys are rocking and rolling. Hall of Fame coming up next week. How exciting.
Yeah, we're very excited in the Gator Nation. Someone once told me that when the football team's doing good, your culture at the school is doing even better. So just from last week with Bird and this week hosting Cecilia, and then next week we get to honor these legacies and contributors and coaches and athletes. And the Gator Nation is really excited about this class because it is a spectrum of every generation in here. Mr. Fritz Unglad Sr., 1957 graduate of Letcher High, but he was a key monument person in our booster club, kind of started all of this signage here at the pit, the reserve parking over there in the far right corner. And then we have a legacy, Jimmy Michael. One thing that after reading his bio is the fact that he is one of the first, old Wildcats, 1957 graduate of Santa Maria High. He was all-district and all-state football player under Coach Bobby Joe Jennings, and then he went to play at Southeastern after high school. He actually passed away in 2020, so it's going to be really a great honor for his family, to be there to kind of, have his legacy be put into the Santa Maria High Go Dome again. I mean, everybody knows this name, Miss Denise Graves. I mean, our superintendent. One thing that I've always loved about Miss Denise Graves is the fact that she always knew where she came from, and she always said how wonderful Santa Maria High was. She dedicated 43 years to the Central Parish School Board. My favorite thing about Miss Denise Graves that not a lot of people know about is for 14 years, Miss Denise Graves was the varsity football statistician. Never missed a home or away game in 14 years, and that's just dedication that Miss Graves has done to Santa Maria High and Ascension Parish. And then you have the triple threat of the Babin game. You got the coach and the 2 athletes. You have Coach Benny Babin, Coach Seth Babin, that he's our offensive coordinator here tonight, and then Brian Babin. I love looking at these 2 photos because now Seth Babin's son wears number 10, and the name you keep hearing all night, and then Brian. And then somebody that I personally know, watching her grow up with my younger sister, Kara Grimion, just outstanding 3-sport athlete in volleyball, basketball, and softball. Just a phenomenal student athlete. Something I love talking about Kara is the fact that she's a 2-time the Advocate Female Athlete of the Year, and she is Gatorade Player of the Year for softball in 2015. And then last but not least, Sydney Celestine. One of the craziest things to know about him is he was the first guy to ever jump over 50 feet in the state of Louisiana in 1988, and he represented himself at a lot of the USA national track meets. So it's really cool to see something from every aspect of Santa Maria High being inducted into this year's class of 2025.
Amazing, just amazing. So great to honor those folks. Of course, we always like to mention that we have our very own Hall of Famer here, and David Swacker, who's our that color analyst and our all-around keeping us straight on a lot of things. But not only do you have the Hall of Fame, homecoming is coming up soon, and homecoming is just a whole week, maybe even a couple of weeks of just festivities.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always something here at Santa Monica High School. So normally we always have that homecoming and then EA, or EA then homecoming. Well, this year we have Hall of Fame and then our homecoming week. And we're kind of really excited about this year because of the fact we kind of was going with what the band theme was, and that is Disco in the Swamp. So we're definitely going to bring out our Gator Pride that whole week with kind of celebrating our Gator Pride every single day with wearing bright colors. We're going back to the 70s. Teachers get to wear, tie-dye shirts, things like that. But one thing that I absolutely love is the fact that we're also, going with the band. And as you can see how just phenomenal they are with only a few weeks of practice, our band is state known, and I love to call them the Golden Band from Gatorland, and this is the reason why they have so many students in here, and their hard work and dedication never goes unnoticed, because I'm already amazed at this halftime performance with only having, a few weeks of school.
Absolutely, Jolie. It's so great that we have the Hall of Fame and homecoming coming up. You and I are going to be working the Paris swim meet as we have the last couple of years on October 8th, and then all kinds of great things coming up. So we really appreciate you being with us at halftime. I think we need to watch a little bit of this awesome halftime show from the Golden Band from Gatorland, as you like to say.
Absolutely. I'm very proud of all these Gators out here because of the fact that they are truly one of a kind, and they are the epitome of Santa Monica High sound right here.
Absolutely. Jolie Hartman, thank you so much. Have a great rest of the night and, of course, a great weekend, and we'll see you very soon.
Yep, see you soon.
It's time for the Golden Band from Gatorland to entertain you here at halftime.
We continue tonight's halftime with the Santa Monica High Spirit Band, which is made of all wind, percussion, color guard, and Gatorette members at Santa Monica High School. Please welcome to the field as we begin our spirit show with an energetic dance routine by the Santa Monica High School Gatorettes, featuring this #1 hit from 1982 by the Daz Band, choreographed by Niall Landry, Jade Vanette, and Sydney Ezel. Here is Let It Whip. The Sandoval High Band Director is Joseph Nasser. Assistant Director is Andrew Graham. Student Teaching Intern is Alex Bonner. Color guard instructors are Stephanie Montoya, Aaliyah Bourgeois, Addie Claire Louvier, and Chloe McGuckin. Gatorade sponsors Tessa Roussel. Marching techs are Chris Baker, Justin Bim, Sean Bray, and Harrison Molson.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Sanama High School Athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Gators!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
We had an exciting first half of football. We have had an exciting halftime. It's now time to look at our Class 5A top 10 for week 2. Carr comes in at number 1, followed by Catholic High. Ruston, then Neville. Central is at number 5. They're going to be playing Walker in a couple of weeks. St. Augustine, Alexandria Senior High. John Curtis, Destrehan is 9, and Zachary is number 10. So you look at it, you've got 1, 2, 3 Baton Rouge area or capital region schools in the top 10. That's not too bad.
Well, I think there's a mistake, though, here. I think Carr needs to be in the SEC. Because I'm going to tell you what, I saw them in a state championship game against Alexandria. And Alexandria is a select school. And I'm going to just tell you, they are impressive looking. They are impressive playing. And so they're going to be, I assume they're in the Catholic League with St. Aug and Curtis. And so, Brother Martin's, another one. I don't know that they didn't have anybody that could match maybe some of the speed there, but it was an exciting time. And I'm going to just tell you now, the other one, I have a feeling that Ruston is going to come back and say, we just got embarrassed in the state championship game by Central, and they started the season out by going down to Acadiana, winning 40-something to 6.
Yeah.
I mean, so that 5A deal is going to be interesting. And then, was it a fluke with Central? I don't think you can win a state championship with a fluke.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you what, I was seriously impressed with Central, what they've done there.
Coach, let's revisit some of the keys as we get set up for our second half. And, for the most part, Cecilia has not been able to shut down the explosive play. I mean, when you look at Cooper Babbitt, he's got touchdown runs of 27, 36, and 55 yards. He's got a touchdown pass. But they have done a good job of not shooting themselves in the foot. They've only got a few penalties. They've got 5 penalties, but they were small penalties, not like the 15-yarders that Santa Ma's gotten.
And then they've been able to capitalize on the Santa Ma penalties.
Right.
And so, I'm not real certain what's going to happen here in the second half, but I have a feeling that maybe Santa Ma may seriously wake up and let's get going, because the one thing that we haven't seen is let's just run the ball, which, they had some success, there at up at Shreveport at Bird. So, but give Cecilia credit. Outstanding job.
Looking at Santa Ma, they've certainly won the turnover battle. They have not gotten confused by the defense, but there are times when they have not imposed their will defensively on the smaller offensive line of the Bulldogs.
Well, and it comes down to almost one play.
Right.
That little counter trap, where the quarterback may fake or jab step or whatever and get in that B gap. And let me just tell you, there's nobody there.
I know David Dykes' defense takes pride in keeping people out of the end zone. I have a feeling that they have probably had a little reset in the half in the locker room.
Yeah, and look, and then as far as everything else, they look pretty clean.
Yeah, I agree. So it will be Cecilia's ball to start the second half. They have had some success in their last 3 drives in the second quarter. They had a 17-yard touchdown run by quarterback Dore, set up by some long plays by Calais at quarterback. Then another 8-yard touchdown run also by Dore, and capped off with another 17-yard run by Dore at the end of the second quarter.
they have taken advantage of the very few opportunities that they've had, and they've made some plays. There's no doubt about that. So, you know, we started out, you know, the game by saying, all right, Santa Ma's going to take the ball, and they drove it down and they scored, and they, you know, it was 21-0 deal.
Yep.
And so now Santa Ma's going to be able to kick off, and let's just see if there is a stop, because I'm not real certain if Cecilia's even punted yet.
They have not.
I think they went for it, you know, on some fourth down situations.
They fumbled it on one fourth down and they turned it over on downs, but they've also converted on a couple.
Yeah.
I got to try to keep it away from Calais. There's no question about it. Calais is set up on the bottom of your screen. Well, you're not on your screen now, but on the right-hand side of the field. Paxton LeBlanc has done a pretty good job of kicking the ball, and this time they do keep it away from Calais. It will be collected by number 22, that's Davis, and Davis will be chased down, and they will start from their own 17-yard line.
Very good job. Number one, like you say, keeping it away from Calais. Number two, the return guy changed directions of the field, and that allowed Santa Ma to gain momentum to get out there and make a play.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Check that. 27, excuse me, or 25. And it is Doré back at quarterback. Calais flanks him on the right. He will take the handoff. He's got a good hole up the middle. That interior of the offensive line with Charles and DeLuna, they're doing a really good job, along with Seville, of opening holes for Calais.
There's a little trap inside there. Nobody in that B gap.
This time it's going to be Davis. Davis, a nice kick out block, and he's got some room. Nobody's going to catch him. At the 20, 15, 10, 5, forget about it. 2 plays into the end zone. My goodness. 41 seconds into the second half, and they score on a very long touchdown run.
Boy, well executed, well blocked right there. And nobody from Santa Ma can catch number 22, Jermaine Davis.
70 yards for the scamper for Davis. We have a real live football game here, folks.
And the extra point is good.
The extra point is good. We will take a quick break. 11:19 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
The Bulldogs came to fight.
And you know what? Twice, last 2 years, wherever they've been, in that dome.
That's right. That's right. I will tell you, I definitely put a lot of stock into the size differential between these two teams. But this offensive line, undersized, undermanned, has done a phenomenal job of opening up some holes for the runners for the Bulldogs. Now let's see if the offense can come back out and keep their streak alive. They've only punted once all season, and that was a few drives ago. Good kick, line drive, taken by Tomplay. Tomplay at the 15. Got a little running room up the middle. Stiff arms one guy, and Davis, Jermaine Davis, makes the stop at the 29.
Good job by Tomplay catching that ball on the line drive. If he lets that thing go, it's going to probably roll back somewhere between in the end zone to the 5 or 10 yard line. So a good job right there getting the ball on the 31 yard line.
First and 10. It'll be taken by Babin. Babin will bounce it outside, breaks one tackle, makes another guy miss, but he can't go far. It was a good job for number 2 to come in and turn him. That's Frankie Frank, turning back into the interior of the line.
A good tackle right there. I think 37.
Also, Braylon Jones, number 8, has been all over the field from his linebacker spot. Quick pass, caught. That was Elisar, the first time we've called his number tonight.
And Elisar is a steady receiver, good blocker.
Number 80, Elisar on the catch. First down, Gators.
Gators pick up the first down and they continue to march. Offense has been quite steady. Another first down. That was number 1 that time, Taylor.
On the catch and run.
Little screen pass, a little bubble screen right there, nicely set up.
Second and 1. Frank.
A little short, I thought he got to 10, but he got 9 yards, second and 1. Babin pulls it back, throws it this time, goes to the line of scrimmage and dumps it off to Rizzuto. Rizzuto will be tackled across the 30 to the 27. Taylor comes up to make the stop along with Frankie Frank. I did not expect him to pull back and throw that ball.
I love it when a quarterback beats you with his brain. Good job right there.
Big run by Hickerson, excuse me.
Number 8, Jones making the stop.
Clock will stop as they move the chains. Another big first down for Hickerson. Last week he had 11 carries for 65 and a touchdown. Hasn't had as many opportunities tonight, but when he has had the opportunities, make the most of it. Handoff again to Hickerson. Hickerson will break one tackle and dives his way to about the 11-yard line, picking up 5. They're going to try to eat a little clock, I think, too. They're not too upset about taking their time on some of these drives. Keep the offense of Cecilia off the field.
Yeah, you have I think it goes to 40 right when the whistle's blown.
Babin will pull it back. Good outside block by the tight end. And he will be dropped at the 3, knocking on the door for another touchdown.
Good job fake right there, and read that defensive end and turn up field, get you a good steady 7 or 8 yards on the play.
First and goal from the 4. Hand off to Hickerson. Hickerson, nope, check that. Pulled it back from Hickerson, threw it into the end zone, touchdown.
I think that's a read right there. It's going to be interesting to see. I wasn't looking there because the running back could have easily scored.
It was Babin to Elisar. Great job for our camera guys to follow the pass as opposed to the runner.
Good job on the execution.
So, 2 touchdown passes for Babin. First touchdown catch for Elisar. LeBlanc kicks the extra point, and this one is good. So, 39, make that 40-27 with 7:52 left to go in the third. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game is exciting right here on the Rev Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
We are back here in the third quarter, and a good drive, a six-play, 69-yard drive for the Gators. This offense has just been whirling. I mean, just moving, unimpeded almost.
Well, when you can take advantage, and this is just what I think is the quarterback's making a lot of right decisions. Taking a play and taking advantage of it.
Short kick will be collected at the 25-yard line, and the return man is cut down at the 35.
Some of those plays that Santa Ma's running, sure you want to throw the ball. I mean, the Santa Ma receivers had dropped a pass that I remember all night long. And but you got a good little running back, and your quarterback's probably your best running back.
So Calais, just as we kind of expected, will go back to the quarterback spot. That's how they drove down the field and scored their first touchdown. Handoff this time to Davis. Davis is just stuck in the mud.
Yeah, seven-man front right there.
Yep. And that's not a small front, let me tell you. When you think about Kyler Rock being the smallest one on up front at 6'1", 200, Jacoby Davis is 6'3", 255. Watley is 6'3", 250. Jenkins is in there at nose guard. In fact, he's been playing for Jacoby Davis since he got hurt in the first quarter. And Jenkins, no midget or anything.
Well, it's taking some time on these plays right here. It's going to be delay a game.
Did they call a timeout just in time? They did call the timeout. And we'll take a look at some other great things happening. Let's take a look at how things went in 2024 for District 5A. Dutchtown and Santa Ma, co-champs in the district last year. And that's one thing Coach Oliver said. Their goal is not to share anything this season. They want to have it outright, a district championship.
Well, that was a great game for Santa Ma in the first half. In the second half, it was a great game for Dutchtown.
That's right. And they let a big lead slip away from them. And Coach talked about that this week, and he said that's just something we can't allow to happen. Of course, Walker finished 4-2, Denham Springs 3-3, East Ascension 2-4, Live Oak 2-4, and Prairieville 0-6. I think East Ascension is going to definitely improve on that this year, and I think Prairieville is, they're maybe a couple of years away, but they're making real progress.
Well, I'm going to be interested in doing a game over there just to see how they are returning to form.
Dore fakes the screen, goes deep all by himself, hits him in stride. Lewis is going to take it to the house. A beautiful touchdown pass. My heavens.
Very, very well executed right there.
64-yard touchdown pass.
I think he could have thrown to one or three players. They were all wide open.
Dore to Lewis. And he was wide open.
Well, you had one going down the middle of the field. You had one, everybody thought this was going to be a little screen out there.
Yep. Kick is up, and the kick is through, and with 6:46 left to go in the third quarter, it is 40-34. We are one score away here from having a tie ball game. We'll be back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Welcome to Rev, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
It is very true that Cecilia lost a lot of coaches, including Dennis Gaines, who was their head coach last year. But the one thing that they still have is a lot of coaches, including their head coach now, Cody Champon, who grew up at Cecilia, and not a lot has changed. You know, he was the offensive coordinator last year. He is the offensive coordinator this year. He's calling the plays. And let me tell you, he's calling a great game since the second quarter.
19 years at the school as a player, as assistant coach.
They'll keep it away from Tom play. It'll be picked up by Hickerson. Hickerson stopping, starting, dancing. Bowls his way all the way to about the 36-yard line, and good field position for the offense now of Santa Monica.
See what the Gators have to do, and let's see how Cecilia, see what they can do defensively to maybe put a little heat on the Gators.
Well, I think there's a lot to be said for scoring a lot of points, but I'm not so sure they don't want to stay on the field a little longer offensively. Babin calls for the football. They're going to go to the air, going deep. Got his man and overthrows his intended receiver, Landon Blanchard. Boy, he was wide open if he had just taken a little bit off of that one. So much for slow rolling it, right?
Yeah. Cooper just kind of shook his head and then get a little clap and said, I kind of screwed that one up.
Yep.
But, you know.
So my idea of just running the football and taking some time off the clock is not what Coach Seth Babin has got in mind.
Well, they only have 5 in the box here. The 4 down lineman, the middle linebacker.
Babin will take it himself, pulls it back from Hickerson. A flag will fly, and that's likely holding.
Keeps it forced out of bounds around the 35. There is a flag in the backfield.
Illegal block below the knees. So a big penalty that time against Cecilia. They have not had big penalties like that. That is their 6th penalty. They had a bunch in the first quarter, but since then they have not had any until this last one.
That might have been on a pulling guard or something on that trap block.
So it's a 15-yarder. It'll get a first down out of it.
I'll tell you one thing, we have seen some wide open receivers.
You're not kidding.
On both sides of the ball. I don't know how many yards they going here. Okay. Crossing the 50-yard line to the 42.
At the 42.
I think they're going to stay in this 5-man look.
Babin going back to the air, looking, he's got plenty of time. Now he's flushed from the pocket. Drops back and stumbles. Oh, that's a shame. He fell. And I'm not so sure. You got to be careful that number 6 doesn't get a penalty after he slipped down. There's no chance of him getting up, and he fell right on top of him. So a big loss that time. See, that looks like awfully late hit to me. And Babin is shaking up a little bit. That is a loss of 18, so it's going to be 2nd and 28. They have taken a timeout, I think. Well, that's a hydration timeout, and we'll take it as well. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. all backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
We are back, just finishing up the hydration timeout. They do this until October, so every quarter at the 6-minute mark, or as near as we can to the 6-minute mark, they have a hydration timeout. When it gets to October, they hope that the humidity and the heat has calmed down a little bit, or at least enough, so that we don't have to stop the game for an intentional water break. So it brings up 2nd and 28 after the long, I guess you can call it a sack, but what he did is just slip down. Turf Monster jumped up and grabbed him. Dropping back is Babin. He's got a clean pocket, plenty of time, throws across it and misses his man. This time again looking for Jermichael Millian and just out in front of him. That's the 2 passes in a row. We hadn't seen him miss a pass all night long, and he's missed 2 in a row there.
And, you see you have your man-to-man coverage, and that safety drops off to help out in the coverage. And Jamaica just getting a little vertical there, that's squaring it across.
So 3rd and 28 now. That's a long way to go on 3rd down. They've got to get all the way to the 33-yard line into Cecilia territory. They're dropping back in coverage. Now Babin is going to shift out. Nope, still on his feet. Throws down the field. He's got his man. Millian misses it. Oh, my gosh. Right off his fingertips, and he can't believe he missed it. Great vision for Babin to find him way down the field. Look at that. He just.
Jamaica was waving that hand just like he was calling for a fair catch. I'm so wide open.
2nd punt.
And he has been dynamite tonight grabbing those passes. We'll have the middle school scores in the 4th quarter.
Absolutely.
Still waiting on one game.
A little long snap is a little low, but it's a good punt this time by Miette. Fumbled! It's muffed and it's picked up by Ladner. Right out of the hands of number 22, the sure-handed receiver Davis. Right into the hands of Ladner.
Boy, Ladner just, watch this bounce right into your hands. Thank you.
Check, I think that was, could have been Ryder Cornett. I don't believe it was actually Ladner. But nonetheless, great play that time.
Very much so. Good job of getting down the field because it was a great punt as far as distance-wise.
So they have another opportunity on the muff punt. Following his blockers is Hickerson. Following big number 50, Carter Babin, 6'2", 272, and he's only a junior. Hickerson picks up 4.
Making a stop there for the Bulldogs. Hilaire, number 26.
Hilaire makes the stop. Brings up 2nd and 6. Babin, rushed, gets out of the pocket and will be stopped right about the line of scrimmage. I thought he had a little more running room, but then he just kind of slowed up. Good tackle that time for Cecilia. Watch, he breaks through. And right there, he couldn't make his cut.
Trying to get outside, needed to cut inside right there, it looked like.
So the defense for Cecilia is coming up big in the last 2 series. Picked up 1. I thought he was stopped short, but he picked up 1. 3rd and 5. Hand off to Hickerson. Hickerson will drag the pile close to a 1st down. He's going to be short by a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 1.
What you going to do here, Coach?
I think he'll let Babin take it right up the gut. How about you?
I think I'm thinking Babin is going to hand the ball off. I think he still might be a little bit wobbly. And look, it's just a 4-man, 5-man front. Just hand it off to him.
Babin off the right side.
There
He'll slide for the first down.
You were correct.
Didn't quite take it up the gut, but he still ran the football. There's a flag coming in late. Who's it going to be on? It could be offsetting.
I think it's on Babin.
Oh, man. That would be a poor decision if it is. We're waiting for Mr. Poole.
I don't think the official liked the way he threw the ball back to him.
Yep, you were right. So the first down counts. It's after the play, so then they'll mark it back. So it'll be first and 25.
Yes.
Man, they have not gotten a small penalty all night. We've gotten 4 15-yarders, and they've come at inopportune times. Coach Oliver's not going to be pleased with that. So instead of having the ball, okay, so it won't be first and 25. It'll still be first and 10. They just back it up 15 yards.
Well, that's pretty fortunate right there.
Yeah, you're right. Michael getting some instruction from the sideline. He was going to go to the slot, but now he's on the outside. Rizzuto in the slot. Millian will go in motion. Dropping back. They're coming off the edge. Going for the end zone. And it's going to be Rizzuto through his arms. Pretty decent coverage that time by Frankie Frank. Just couldn't quite hit it. Uh-oh. He's up. But he is not going back to the huddle. He's going to the sideline. Trainer's out there making sure he's all right. Kind of fell on the ball a little bit, possibly knocked the wind out of him a little bit. Brings up 2nd and 10. .308 left to go here in the third. Jermichael goes in motion to the left side. Coming off the edge, dumping it off on the screen. Finds his man Hickerson. Hickerson's got a little bit of running room. He's going to be hit hard by your man Braylon Jones, along with Hilaire.
A nice little screen play. Playing that man-to-man, Jamaica goes in motion. That brings somebody over there. Then they run the screen where Jamaica was.
Very impressed, I keep saying it, by number 8, Braylon Jones, 6'2", 210. He's a senior. He's been on a lot of plays tonight. Brings up first down. Ball at the 17-yard line of the Bulldogs. Out of the pistol is Babin. Throws it to the side. Little inside move. It's Landon Blanchard, and Blanchard tries to shake and bake his way to the 10, a little bit short. Or at the 10, actually. So that'll give him 3rd and short, 3rd and about 3. 2nd and 3. Great shot of the press box there, Gator Pride. Always a wonderful crowd on hand here at Santa Ma. 2nd and goal. No, excuse me, 2nd and 3 from the 10. Hickerson will take it, cuts right, then goes back left, gets down to the 2-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, when we watch this, watch Cooper hand the ball off, then carry out his fake, and that takes the guy out of the play and allows the running back to get in there.
Babin the other way. Cuts inside of the defender. Touchdown. His 4th of the night. 4th rushing touchdown of the night for Babin. The lights are going on and off because that's what people do these days. Look at him cut right inside. Great block on the outside by Elisar. 46-34 now. We await the point after.
Well, Jimmy, I don't know if you were here. A long time ago, they had wooden light poles in front of the stands that blocked out plays all the time.
I remember being here till 2 o'clock in the morning when you played Catholic High. Point after is good. It is 47-34. We'll be back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Offense has been on point all night long. Defense been a little shaky since the first quarter. But this offense is definitely built to score points.
Yep, and the guy calling the plays, Seth Babin, was the man in that end zone right there that scored on the quarterback sneak to beat that Catholic High.
It was a long game, Coach. I was doing sideline back in the day. Fell asleep a couple times.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good game. This one is away. It will be Davis. He's got some running room. He turns on the Jets. Is anybody going to catch him? He's going to the house. Nobody's going to get him.
Wow.
An 85-yard touchdown return just like that. It was Jermaine Davis. They swapped sides with Calais and Davis.
Fast and quick.
Man.
Boy, what a job. We got an injury on the play. Oh, well, I think it's going to be a cramp.
The field is clean. There's no yellow flags out there. And, man, we are still one score away from a tie ball game. He just ran through the return coverage. That happened to him last week against Bird. That was the only score for Bird, 92 yards on a kickoff return.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, that was a heck of a run all the way across the field. That was about 50 yards just to get across the field. And it looked like somewhere in there you had 2 or 3 Gators chasing him, and he said, well, let me just show you the second gear that I have. And, boy, he was impressive going down that other sideline. Of course, he had his teammates cheering for him over there.
Yeah, I bet they definitely were. 47-40, we await the PAT. From Knott. It is up. It is good. It is 47-41. Don't go anywhere, folks. This game is a long way from finished. 1:16 left to go in the third. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
An 85-yard touchdown run for number 22, Jermaine Davis. Only 5'7", 175, a speed demon out there. They have changed out the 2 kick returners. It's going to be Elisar on the left side and Jermichael on the right. Set deep to receive at about their own 17-yard line. They expect not to go ahead and kick this one away. We'll see.
Never know.
Nope, it's going to be an onside kick. And he did it again. Touched him again on the kick. So he's kicking it very short. and it's bouncing up and hitting him in the leg.
You know, I don't know what the Central people, you know, I know they've gotten to have a lot of fun here the last couple of years, but I'm just telling you what the coach is doing here. I think he's seriously trying to give his kid a chance to win.
Yeah.
Because we're not stopping Sandoval. And it looks like they're not doing a good job of stopping us at times.
Well, it actually was offsides, so they'll re-kick it. But it still looked like it bounced up and hit him in the leg again. But they called the flag right before because there was somebody offsides. Got ahead of the kicker. So they'll back it up 5 yards, and I would expect they're going to have to kick it away now. But I tell you what, they got the hands team up front just in case. Jermichael and Elliser are set deep to receive. Minute 16 left in the third. And he does. It's going to be a line drive kick taken by Elliser on the second hop. Elliser's going to try to do the same thing, come all the way across the field, but then the turf monster grabbed him. He thought he might be able to get around the corner, and he just didn't quite get there. His legs got out from under him, and he will go down untouched. Right here, boom. Looks like all of a sudden the white line just got 3 inches thick.
Yeah, they had a return right, evidently, and just could not quite get to the other side of the field. Big difference from the play before that into where the Gators getting the ball down.
So the yard line becomes a speed bump, and it brings up 1st and 10. Babin dropping back, looking for somebody to throw to. He's going for, he got him right in the breadbasket. A beautiful catch by Landon Blanchard, and Blanchard will take it to the house. So just like that, they answer. 73 yards on the touchdown strike.
Well, that, and I'm just telling you, what a great route right there. Great protection there by the offensive line. We said it over and over all night long. And, of course, the throw by Cooper was totally outstanding.
And he threw it. I mean, he was covered when he threw that football, and Blanchard just got himself open, got a couple of steps on the cornerback.
And I'm telling you, you would think that ball coming down the cornerback would have bid there because he's a cornerback.
Right,
you know, he can run.
Flags.
Cooper's going out to, I don't know if I think he's holding.
We're going to back him up, delay a game.
I don't know if he's holding or if he's kicking.
No, I think LeBlanc's still going to kick. So it'll back him up 5. Be a 25-yard extra point. He's missed 2 tonight, but he's been pretty effective. This one is wide right. He had been wide left. That one was wide right. It is 53-41. Where's the defense?
Well, I can tell you, Jimmy, through my 10 years as a head coach, we had totally outstanding kickers. And I know Oller's been in the same boat.
Yep.
Been a little rough tonight.
There you see the light show that has become so standard in college stadiums, and now even high school stadiums are doing the same thing. We've got a minute left in the quarter, so we'll just keep it here and send it back to our break once we hit the quarter spot. 53-41, 94 points so far, and we still have a quarter to go.
I think in 2009 we averaged about 40-something points a game, so this would put them in the 50s right now with 1 minute left in this third quarter.
What's the problem? Oh, ball fell off the tee. There's no wind to speak of, really. Flags are dead calm.
So, Jimmy, who are you going to kick it to?
I don't know. I think I squib it right up the middle. I don't kick it to either one of those guys. So Calais is going to switch on the fly, and they'll kick it away from Calais. It goes to number 22, Davis. Davis, who had that 85-yard touchdown run just a bit ago on the kick return. Good coverage that time.
Gator fans are clapping that effort by the kickoff team.
They'll start from the 27.
Well, they've run the quarterback jab and trap over here successfully for touchdowns almost every time. I would think this is going to be a play that we'll see in this drive.
Dore is back at quarterback. Calais flanks him to the left, to the right. Check that, to the left. Twins to both sides of the line of scrimmage. Oh, fake the quick pitch, and he is not going to be let go that time. They did not bite on the fake pitch. Dore tried to keep it, and I'm pretty sure it was Kyler Rock making the stop. And there he is right there. Grabbed him by the jersey and wouldn't let go. 2nd and 10. Clock rolling at 28 seconds. Handoff on the end around. Calais is going to be met at the line of scrimmage. The defense is stiffening. They're coming back to play.
Good job there by the deep safety.
And Rock again.
And notice the outside backer was stretching the play out. And your safety comes up there and makes the tackle on a defender that is still.
Miet makes the stop, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Man, we have scored some points in this one. 53-41, Gators lead by a touchdown. Back right after this on the Rev Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
We are back to start the final stanza. Brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Cecilia Bulldogs. The defense has given up a lot of yardage in this game and a lot of points, but they certainly have made a couple of plays here in the latter part of the 3rd.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's hurt that I'm aware of, but the defense, the kickoff return team, or the kickoff team, did a very good job. And let's just see just exactly what happens with the defensive.
This is a big play right here to me. I think it can set the tone for the last quarter. Dore back at quarterback.
3rd and 9. Big play.
Makes the catch. Big 1st down.
Little hitch and pitch.
Yep.
Kind of a little bit tight into that sideline right there to do that. But I like to play.
The old hook and ladder?
Yep.
1st and 10, they get across the 40. Fake it to Calais, going back. A push off that time, but no flag. Intended for Jaden Lewis. He's had a good game receiving. So I guess you give the catch to Lewis and then the pitch to Calais, right? I mean, the catch.
I think the yardage goes to the last guy.
Okay.
Just like if you pitch the ball in the veer.
All right, yep. Makes sense.
That pitch man gets all the yardage.
2nd and 10. Pulls it back. Screen pass to Calais. Calais is going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, still on his feet. Finally brought down by M.J. Dunn and company. Had some help that time from Sean Berg and also Miet.
Well, there's one guy. There's a 2nd guy, a 3rd guy, a 4th guy.
Well,
good job holding on to him until your teammates got there.
Dunn definitely wrapped him up enough to let everybody converge on him. Brings up 3rd and 9. Miet out in coverage on the slot. Dropping back, slant, breaking a tackle. Still on his feet, dragging tacklers with him. That was Malik Joseph, and that's going to be enough for a first down. A 12-yard pickup.
Into Gator territory, it'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
That's what that referee does. He gives that.
Yeah.
Tells that flag people,
move
come
the
on.
chains. Just underway here in the 4th. It'll be Dore taking himself. He will be met by Jeremy Watley. Watley right in the center there. Nowhere to go for Dore. Picks up a yard. Watch him right here. Dore right there. Boom, sheds a block.
Yeah, I think those down linemen, basically it's 3 down linemen, sometimes 4. Maybe they're getting a little bit tired because a lot of plays that they've gone against have been wide plays, and they've having to run all over the place.
Hand off to Calais on the end around. Cuts inside. Still on his feet, breaking tackles, and he will finally be brought down by Watley and company. Watley's got to be careful. There's jaw jacking in there. Picks up 6 yards.
Well, 2 good plays by Watley.
Man, he's a beast.
And you probably got 2 downs. You got to stop him here.
Brings up 3rd and 3. They cross midfield. They're at the 42-yard line. Into Santa Maria territory. Dropping back. Pocket stays clean. Now it collapses on him. He's going to be flushed. Throws on the run. Wide open. And it's going to be number 1, Malik Joseph. In for the score, an easy one. A blown coverage that time, no flags down. He got very close to the line of scrimmage, but didn't cross it as he unloaded.
Well, that coverage guy thought he'd crossed the line of scrimmage and came in to make the play.
So it is 53-47.
Dore says, I may be 5'6", but I can make some plays out here.
Man, alive.
I tell you, maybe they think this game's going to be on for a while. 53-47.
42-yard touchdown pass from 9 to number 1. Kick is up. The kick is good, and we've got a 48-53 ball game. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's a long way from being over. You're watching the REV Game of the Week on Thursday night.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Coach, I'll tell you this. I kind of expected there to be a lot of points scored by the Gators. I did not expect the Bulldogs to be running neck and neck with them when this game started. I have been quickly mistaken on that.
Well, I'm kind of just the opposite. I was checking the over and under odds, and it was 12. And I bet the under. So what a game. The only people that are leaving that might have shift work at 11 o'clock.
That's right. Still got 9 minutes and 32 seconds.
It's
3.5 hours so far. 2.5 hours.
The Cecilia people are going, dang.
It'll be a late night. They did bring a lot of folks, too. That's a good sign. Elisar. Little shake and bake. Still on his feet. He will be driven back. He gets across the 30 to the 33, maybe the 34.
Gators are going to start 1st and 10.
Gator offensive lineman. Done a very good job tonight.
This is the 12th possession for the Amant Gators. They have scored on 10 of those possessions. Make that, they've scored on 9 of those. Trying to run behind the blockers, not much room that time as the defense does a good job of only allowing them 2 yards.
Yeah, Cecilia did a very good job of just kind of clogging that up in the middle.
And I keep going back to it, and I don't mean to harp on it, but they have really done a fine job up front being undersized against this very big and strong and powerful offensive line for Sandoval. That's one thing that Coach Oliver said is the offseason was not about scheme, it was about getting bigger and stronger. And he said they were very successful in that. Quick pass to Jermichael. He missed and dropped another one. That's the second drop of the second half. Sometimes it can kind of just be like golf and you just kind of got the yips. Well, that pass was on the money.
Yep.
3rd and 9.
This is probably one of your bigger plays of this game right here.
100%, because we haven't stopped. The Sandoval has not been able to stop their offense. Pocket collapsing, still got some time. Now he throws, and it's caught that time. Woo, what a tackle. He was decleated, but Jermichael makes the grab.
Wow. What, you know, you're sitting there dropping a simple little out route, and then you go up, kind of a ball just for anybody that wants it right here, and then you take a lick. Maybe that's a punishment for missing it or whatever before.
Well, that was Calais. He's been everywhere. Ladner checks into the ball game at tight end. 1st and 10, just inside Bulldog territory. 8:10 to go. Ladner goes in motion. They're going to throw it out the screen. Ladner's going to block. Does a good job out on the outside. And it will be Blanchard getting the 8 yards, 7 yards.
Very good job right there executing. You pick up 5, maybe 4 to 5 yards there.
Yeah, I gave him a little more than he deserved that time. Say it's 2nd and 6.
Well, after the next play, I'll give you the middle school scores.
Absolutely. Those guys will be playing here before long. Gives off to Hickerson. Hickerson's got some room up the middle, and he will truck a couple of safeties all the way down to the 29, make it to 30.
Good job by that running back. Yeah, we got middle school scores coming in. Galvez beat Dutchtown 8-6. Sandoval 20, Laurie 18, Gonzales 38, Prairieville 22, Central 16, and Bluff 12.
All good games, all kind of close games. It's good to see.
Got good middle school football here in the parish.
Handoff this time to Hickerson, and Hickerson will be able to drag himself to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Not much there. 2nd and 9.
I tell you what, going to be some sore human beings. A lot of running.
Well, I keep forgetting it's Thursday, but every team has to have a Thursday game, and that's due to referee situation, a shortage of referees. But Coach Oliver said he wanted this game because they don't have school tomorrow. So he said, I'll take this one. We'll take our Thursday game against Cecilia, and they don't have to worry about going to school tomorrow. Hickerson dances his way, barrels his way across the 20 to the 16-yard line.
Boy, I love this Hickerson. Just what I saw last night or last week and this week. Really does a heck of a job. And the big thing I like, Jimmy, 2 hands on that football.
Well, they're starting to eat some time now because this is the 8th play of this drive. They've eaten about 3.5 minutes off the clock so far. 1st and 10.
The linebacker's coming.
Hickerson again on his feet, breaks a tackle. He's wrapped up by number 58,
Not
Jernette.
wrapped
Still
up
on his
yet,
feet.
baby.
Wow.
The offensive line says, this is the time that we can show them that we are the people that can drive you down the line. And look at this. It was a 1st down.
There's a flag down, though. Flag down at the 9-yard line. Oh, it's also a hydration timeout. So we'll sort this out. Let's take a quick break. It's hydration timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
5:59 left to go in this ball game. 53-48. Let's watch the replay. Now watch right here. Everybody, I mean, it's the tush push plus some. So the penalty was against Sanamon, but they still got the 1st down. I don't know what the call was exactly.
That ref's, is he sitting down out there or just squatting?
Just squatting, just taking a break. So it appears to be 1st and 9.
I think it's a long time since I've seen 1st and 9.
Me too. But this game has had a little bit of everything.
Well, running back is your man.
Yep, it's time to eat some clock, get it into the end zone one more time, but just eat as much clock as possible. Hickerson flanks to the right. He'll get the handoff again. He bounces off the line, misses, makes another man miss. He will be wrapped up, and forward progress will get him to the 12. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Well, and when this game started after the 1st quarter, I was like, man, this thing is going to be a blowout. We're going to be having the freshmen play in a little bit. That has not been the case by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, I can just tell you right now, the freshmen would have not gotten this game.
No, probably not. But I sure thought we were going to see a lot of guys playing. We've got the starters in, of course, because it's only a 5-point game. Oh, my goodness. Babin takes the sack. Huge push by Cecilia up front. Watch this. Hilaire coming off the edge.
And Thornton, the fourth, number 37, in on that. Going to be 3rd down and 15.
Brandon Lejeune on the stop as well.
I don't think you could try a field goal.
I don't think Coach is going to has enough confidence in his kicking game. 3rd down and 15. Babin's walking to the sideline. They're going to call a timeout with 1 second left. They have 2 left to go. Let's take a look at Sanamon in the last 5 seasons. And then we'll take a look at Cecilia. Last 5 seasons, last year they were 8-2. They lost in the bye district. 10-2 and lost in the regional round in 23. In 22, 4-7. In 21, they went 8-3 and went to the regionals. And then in 20, they were 4-3 and they lost in bye district. For Cecilia, well, they've had a little bit more success. Of course, they're playing in Division II non-select, and they were the state champs last year. And they were runners-up in 2023. They finished 12-3 and 10-4. And then in 22, they finished 10-2, lost in the regionals, went to the quarters in 21, finishing 10-3. Their worst season was in 2020 when they finished 7-2. So they've had a lot of success under the direction of Dennis Scaines and now Cody Champagne.
Well, they had a Wagaspack guy from St. James that was also, he won a state championship over there at Cecilia.
Okay.
So, you know, they've had some good football over there. The middle of the field's wide open.
Big play. The offensive line does its job, and it's tipped away by number 1 doing his job. A great job out there. That's Malik Joseph. And that brings up 4th down.
Well,
4th and 15.
that was a spot to throw it.
Just knocked away by Malik Joseph. What do you do here, Coach? They're going to go for it. 4th and 15. If they were to try a field goal, it would be a 37-yarder, which they will not do. They will go on 4th down.
You still have the middle of the field open.
Coming off the edge. Good pickup on the outside. Babin's going to throw it on the run, and it's off the hands of Elisar. They turn the ball over on downs. Now it's up to this defense.
The Bulldogs are having their own 22-yard line.
So Cecilia takes over on downs, down by 5, 4:10 left to go in the ball game. They, just like Sandoval, have scored very quickly. They have not sustained a lot of drives.
Not many long drives tonight.
That was a 10-play drive, by the way, that ended with nothing in the score column. 1st and 10 from their own 22. Let's see what this defense has in them. They got to have some grit. Dore got plenty of time, throws across the middle. Oh, did he catch it? He just missed it, but it was a great effort by Jaden Lewis, the senior. He has had a great receiving night tonight.
Well, Dore, I'm going to tell you, he is something else.
And the fact that he was playing H-back last year, and this is his first year playing quarterback. Man, oh man. Brings up 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 4:04. Takes it himself on that little fake. Got some running room up the middle. He'll get 9. Uh-oh.
It's going to be close.
Somebody for Sandoval is down. It looks like it's number 8, Hebert.
That's number 8, Hebert.
Miles Hebert.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
REV presents the Action Minute.
Here's the Clinical Director of Action Therapy and Wellness, Haley Leindecker.
Hi, I'm Haley Leindecker with Action Therapy and Wellness in Gonzales, and I'm here to show you some simple techniques that you can do at home to increase mobility and improve posture. The seated thoracic extension using a foam roller will improve your posture. Support your neck with your hands and keep your feet flat on the ground. Lean back over the foam roller while keeping your lower back neutral. Standing wand flexion is easy and very effective. Using a shoulder width grip, keep your arms straight and slowly raise the wand overhead as far as comfortable. For the pectoralis stretch, stand near a doorway and place your forearms against the wall at a 90-degree angle. Step forward slightly till you feel a slight pull in your chest to feel a stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Repeat 3 times. Action Therapy and Wellness specializes in physical therapy, sports therapy, occupational, and hand therapy. Just remember, no referrals needed. Give us a call today.
Glad to see Miles Hebert back on his feet and walking off under his own steam. But this is a big 3rd down play for this Gator defense. The Black Hat defense got to do something here. It's 3rd and 1.
So
Calais takes it up the middle. He will get the first down, but not by much. Good effort for him and a pretty good stand that time for MJ Dunn.
Gets the first down for the Bulldogs.
Picks up 2, just enough. 1st and 10, they reset the chains. Clock's running at 3:29. Trips to the top of your screen. Single receiver split to the near side. Coming in motion. There's Davis out in front, and it's separated from the football. A great job, and there's a flag? How?
all the way from center field.
That was, I think, Miet on the coverage separated the football from Joseph. No, it was MJ Dunn. Oh my gosh, if they call that, could we watch that again by chance? Targeting is the call. Let's watch it here. Great pass. He got him with his shoulder. That was not crown of the helmet.
Targeting called on the play.
Man, oh man, what a huge break for the Cecilia Bulldogs. That will mean that, I believe in high school, MJ Dunn's going to have to leave the field. And he has. No, he's still out there. Okay.
Yeah,
a 15-yard penalty. First down. On 49, 1st and 10. I thought it was a good hit and a good play. And it's going to be Calais. Calais inside. Runs into his own man, still on his feet. Finally tackled from behind. Jenkins on the stop. Number 21 makes the, it was Clarence Jackson making the stop. So they get another first down. 6th play of the drive. We talked about them not sustaining drives. Well, they're sustaining this one.
9 seconds.
There's a lot to do with that penalty. And the Gators have had a lot of those big penalties tonight. Dorey going to the air. It's going to be interference. Calais is going to be tripped up. No, that's Lewis tripped up. So that's another 15-yarder for this defense. They bumped him right in the back. There's no question. It was number 22, Cedric Jones. He didn't let him get to the football, and that'll give him another 15-yard penalty and a first down. We have 2:21 left to go in the ball game.
So another flag gives a big break to the Bulldogs.
I count 6 15-yard penalties on the defense tonight. 1st and 10 from the Gator 17-yard line. 7th play of the drive. Dropping it off is Dorey. Dorey to Calais. Calais stays on his feet. You can't just try to push him over. He's too strong. Miet gave him a shove in the back. Miet gave him a shove in the back, and he didn't go down. He kept going forward. Watch here.
Nice little play.
And, man, good job for Jackson to stand his ground.
5-yard line.
And tackle him after the push from Miet.
The old quarterback counter. It's been good for him right in this area.
Santa Maria is going to call a timeout with 1:48 left to go in the ball game. Coach, this has been everything we built it and more, because this is incredible. What's they going to do?
Quarterback counter. It's been hot for him in this area.
The one thing that Santa Ma has going for them is that they have the ability to score on one play. But they can't waste a lot of time here with 1:48 left to go in the game. We've got two timeouts, so you got some time. We've got one timeout because they just called that timeout. They haven't changed it on the scoreboard, but I'm fairly certain that Santa Ma has called 2 timeouts this half. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we've got Donaldsonville and Port Allen on Rev 2. And, of course, Jeff Porsche and the gang. They've got the big game with Parkview and Prairieville.
Yeah, Parkview's, man, they have been a little bit non-existent. Good in almost everything else.
I know it. Well, the Kenny Guillot days, man, it was just like Parkview was.
Oh.
Here it is, a direct snap to Calais. Calais still on his feet. He's still pushing for the end zone, and he's going to be stood up at the 2.
Why not run that again?
I agree. Second and goal from the 2. They still haven't changed the timeouts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't take one earlier.
I think I was wrong when I told you. I think I said there was 2 when there was 3.
Well, the Gators call another timeout. Let's take a look real quick, if we could, at the games for what's coming up on Rev in the next couple of weeks.
Go ahead.
Go, no, you go.
You got Collegiate of Baton Rouge. That's Dutchtown's homecoming. And this is going to be next week. And then Kennedy at Santa Ma. That's going to be, the Hall of Fame people will be here at the game. And then Prairieville at Dutchtown, Scotlandville at Santa Ma. And that's to be Santa Ma's homecoming.
Lots of good
Here we go.
On Rev Sports 1 and Sports 2, you got Donaldsonville, Port Allen on Rev 2 tomorrow with myself and Timmy Chicane. And then Prairieville. This is going to be into the end zone. Touchdown. Calais into the end zone from 2 yards out, and they take the lead for the first time, 54-53. 107 points so far. Man alive.
Well, that is a lot of points.
So the Gators will have about 82 seconds to make something happen. Get it into the end zone.
Here's the thing the Gators have going for them.
Dore rolls backside pass all by himself, and he makes the play, and they take the lead by 3. Great job to find number 21, DeAndre Briscoe, all by himself. I mean, he was lonely. It was solitary confinement over there.
Well executed right there by Cecilia.
56-53. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
So this 3-point game?
3-point game. They don't have a kicker, really. Got to get it in close.
But I will say this. The thing that they do have going for them is this. Short kickoffs.
Yep. We are back 56-53, a 3-point advantage for the visiting Cecilia Bulldogs in the first ever meeting between these two clubs.
Need to kind of get a return where you're going to go straight, not all the way across the.
Knott puts his foot into it. It will be collected at the 10-yard line by Tomplay. Tomplay goes to the right side, trying to make something happen, and he will be tackled at the 26. 1:09 on the clock. They have 69 seconds to get in field goal range or to get it in the end zone. I think end zone is definitely preferable. Sandoval has one timeout, and the Gators have two.
Got your best offensive line you've had in a while. You got a handful of receivers, and you have a couple of them that are really good receivers, but most of them can get the job done.
Babin out of the shotgun. Throws to his man, Jermichael Millian. And Millian, after dropping a couple in the third, he has done very well as of late.
Now you got a little vertical on the outside, Millian at 10-yard out. You could do that almost all the way down the field.
Got out of bounds, stopped the clock. 1st and 10 from the 40. Babin doing the exact same thing, pitching and catching. Got 9 yards. Nope, they're going to give him 11 on forward progress. They'll move the chains, and they're marching 58 seconds. Blanchard on the catch. He's had a couple of catches tonight, including a touchdown. Plenty of time. Babin throws to the sideline and throws it out of bounds.
Babin throws it away. 2nd and 10 on the Gators.
What? It was interesting. I saw the referee on the sideline, the side judge, threw his hat down out of bounds right on the sideline across the field. I'm not sure if somebody went out of bounds and came back into play, but it was no penalty. 2nd and 10, across the middle. Finds his man, goes up the ladder and makes the catch. It's Elazar. Elazar makes the catch and another first down.
Nice job. That middle is the place to go. Elazar was outstanding.
17-yard catch. .39 seconds left. Marching down the field. Drive started at their own 30. Looking for help. Zings one. A little bit behind his intended receiver, Taylor.
Your back was wide open out of the backfield. Maybe run a screen.
It's worked well. They just don't have a lot of time. 30 seconds left. One timeout, though. Second down and 10. Bulldog 33. Babin dropping, throwing deep, going for it all in one shot. And a flag will fly. He's tripped up and interference will be called. Stops the clock and it will give him 15 yards. Right there, again, they don't turn their head. If he had turned his head, I still think it wouldn't have been quite as obvious. .25 seconds to go.
Well, if you went empty, you might be able to get that running back, that linebacker out of the.
Millian, Jermichael out of bounds at the 4. First down. Jermichael has shaken off those two passes he missed.
Oh, he's a player.
So they've got 20 seconds to go 4 yards.
I think we're going to fake and go with the quarterback.
It's been effective all game long. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns. This pass is incomplete. Intended for Hickerson out of the backfield.
And you have one timeout left. Yeah.
Second down and goal from the 4. Plenty of time on the play clock. The The game clock is stopped at 17. Drop it. Looking for somebody in the end zone corner. It's Elliser. He got it! Elliser makes the catch in the end zone! A perfect pass by Babin, and it put him ahead. What a beauty.
What a pass right there. What a catch, what a pass.
The crowd goes wild as they should. 12 seconds to go. My heavens, what a pass. Great catch by Elliser as well, but it was right on his hands. Paxton LeBlanc will come on to add an extra point. 59-56. This will make it a 4-point lead if he can put it through. And he did. 60-56, man.
Didn't leave too much time on that clock. I know that.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
That was an 8-play touchdown drive. 4-yard touchdown pass from Babin to Elliser. 2 touchdown passes for that combination.
Where are you going to kick off to?
4 touchdown passes for Babin. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns. I don't know, but I'm not going to kick it to Calais. I think I'm going to kick a line drive, even if it goes out of bounds. I don't want it to go out of bounds, but I think I squib it. I mean, I don't think I put it in the air. Paxton LeBlanc.
This is scary right here.
Yeah, you're right. They already have an 85-yard touchdown return. I almost think if they're smart, they just down it quickly. And it's taken by Lewis. No, check that, Davis. And Davis will be stopped at the 32. The return team did their job.
Oh, great job right there on the tackling that guy. And you got 1 play left now.
That was 37, Kent Pearson. He's been all over the place tonight. Basically 1,
Pearson,
maybe 2.
I remember when the daddy came through. Good player.
7 seconds for the game. Give and chase. Dore trying to make something happen, throws it up, and he makes the catch to Calais. Calais still on his feet. They got to get a tackle, and that will do it. The ball game is over. Santa Maria Gators win 60-56 in what can only be deemed a true shootout. Unreal.
What a game.
What a game is right. And they are very, very happy with the way this turned out, of course. We will take a break and come back. We'll wrap it up. We'll have our alma mater. But this one is going to be cheered for a long time here in Santa Maria. Back right after this on the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Supreme service, supreme selection, and supreme savings are all at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez. Shop Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, Traverse, Trax, and more. Win every time when you ride with the winning team at Supreme Chevy and Gonzalez.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Santa Maria High School Athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Gators!
90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections.
Right here. Deserve this one, Coach. This is going to be a game that's going to go down in history here at Santa Maria. 60-56. Really quickly, we're going to wrap it up, but I'm going to think they're going to have to buy some more ammo for that cannon because it keeps going off tonight because they scored so many points.
Well, they get excited. I'm going to tell you what, those people in that cannon get very excited in a game like this. They got to do their thing.
Well, it was a great game all the way around. Congratulations to Santa Maria, but I got to hand it to Cecilia. They were down 21-0 in the first quarter, and then they just steadily came back. I do think Santa Maria is going to have to work on some things on defense, but that offense is something that is just hard to stop.
And I'm going to tell you what, Cecilia, they have proven to their fans just exactly what they can do the last couple of years and then in years past. And so that's going to be very, very exciting to just see how Cecilia does the rest of the year.
Well, we want to thank both our schools, both Cecilia and Santa Maria, for all their hospitality and helping us get ready for this football game. Of course, Santa Maria always so great when we get to be here. You and I will be back again next week for Kennedy. Tomorrow, I will be on the call with Timmy Chike for Donaldsonville versus Port Allen. And, of course, you don't want to miss Jeff Porsche. And the gang is going to be at Prairieville. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank our great crew, Nolan Wagaspak, Zane Chapoy, Jacob Anthony Voisin, of course, Andre Chapoy, our director, and back in Master Control, Lyle Boudreau. Coach, thanks again, as always. Our Hall of Famer, David Swacker, myself, Jimmy Frederick. The final score, Gators 60, Bulldogs 56. This game is in the books. Good night, everybody.